So where were we?
Midtime.
Oh man,
We were both nearly dead.
Yep.
A couple of you were injured.
Both
Yes.
arms.
I'm missing both.
Okay.
You have one.
So when we last left off, it was the morning of Festag, the last day of the festival.
yay!
You guys had explored a safe house, I guess, of some people that the elf had discovered and followed. After a lengthy fight, one or two of them got away. Most of you got away, at least alive. Several of you were injured.
One of them got away.
Yeah,
One.
remember one of them got away?
Fat beard one that walked right by me.
Guy with the axe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carlton let him go.
Didn't you try?
He smiled at me, said hi.
Murdered your friends?
In the process, you had rescued or discovered the niece of Law Lord Ehrlich, who had been apparently kidnapped a couple of weeks before, and the indications were that he was being blackmailed into voting for the taxes and so forth. After a bit of discussion, arrangement, and intrigue arranged through the Temple of Sigmar, you guys managed to contact Ehrlich, and you are now at his house in the morning near the palace, debating what your next actions are going to be. Okay. His daughter, or his niece, Rhea, is there. According to Ehrlich, it's Hofflick. The Law Lord Hofflick is the one that kidnapped Rhea to support the taxes. Hofflick is supposedly up at the palace, but there's a lot of concern about going in there without any proof other than his word versus Ehrlich's,
Okay.
which isn't going to get very far. So, and like I said, it is the morning of Festdag. You have effectively about 8 hours, maybe 12 if you push it, because the taxes, assuming your plan is to have them repealed or otherwise affected, have to be repealed before midnight tonight. Otherwise, they're locked in, and everybody gets taxed based on that.
It's dumb.
So
You know how long it takes to program a patch and get it out?
what if
You
we,
have to get it before the patch rolls out.
It
what if we
does.
stormed the Capitol?
We are in the capital.
Basically. Okay, so was this the law lord that was repeating shit verbatim every time we talked to him?
No, that was
No.
Like he was in a
the
hypnotic
champion.
trance?
That was the champion.
That was Grand
Just
Champion.
the champion was acting that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joseph Sparsum, the court treasurer and the leader of the tax officials, he was involved in this because it's who he followed
Right.
when they had the Renault's Delight.
Ah. Okay. Well, what are we gonna do? We gotta do it politically because we're not gonna be able to fight our way out of this. Since most of us are beat up pretty hard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So can we force a vote instead of forcing him? Because we've got one of them that was always voting against the taxes.
Right.
Wassmeyer.
Vossmeyer was always voting against the taxes.
We should go see Vossmeyer first.
Ehrlich direction, what he wants to do, now that his niece is safe, is he wants to march right over to the Grath and explain the whole thing to him in front of the whole court. And your guys' thoughts last time was that might not be wise because whoever the actual villain is, whoever's pulling the strings, would then be alerted.
David.
Hold the strings.
Yeah.
It's the Bretonians in the basements. Maybe we should get the guy who's already on our side, at least tax-wise. Get him on board, get him informed. Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand why that would even help, but maybe go in with a little more backing.
I think we need proof. That's the problem.
Well, she's been kidnapped.
Well, right, but she doesn't.
We have bodies.
But she doesn't know that he kidnapped her. Only proof we have is that Ehrlich said that the blackmail stuff came from this other guy. He doesn't have a letter or anything like that.
He has no proof of it other than his word that Hofflick's behind it. And all the girl ever heard was them referring to somebody known as the boss.
Oh, right. Wait, no, not the man.
Who would stand to profit from this
Me.
besides the court
The engineer,
and the
apparently.
law lords?
Yep.
The Wittenborg person that we came here to find.
No. How would that help them?
Well,
Their-
so
Their
here's the
family
thing.
was corruption based. Chaos.
We always
If
thought
only
it was,
you had a conspiracy board.
right. We always thought. Well, we always thought it was Wallenstein, but here's the thing. While everybody else is against and for taxes, Wallenstein is the chairman of trade taxation and the merchants. So yes, he would absolutely. It could still be him. You guys don't want to let me alone with this stuff because I did sit here and mess with my and I 30 more strings.
He had a long holiday.
Yeah, all the stuff you guys cleared out, back. And
This is
then-
why his work doesn't give him that many days off.
We haven't connected the Chancellor to anything.
I am
Sparsum?
thoroughly perplexed, man. I don't know where to go.
So break into the person's house. Clear direction.
During the day at the palace.
It's currently night
I
because we
asked-
did it at night.
Yeah, it was still
Yes,
nighttime.
you guys stayed at the Temple of Sigmar. It was morning by the time everything had been
I
sorted
seem to
out.
recall the meeting was at 3 o'clock because you kept complaining that we were waking all these people up at 3 o'clock.
I went to jail.
So,
He went to jail, and by the
Yeah.
time everybody was gathered,
Yeah, they had to go
it was
to-
morning.
Yeah, they want to bring.
That's not good.
I
And
do
a few,
remember the comment
yeah,
about the
I-
sun being up.
yeah, few people had gotten some sleep and rest and so forth.
Which
Because
is winter, so that could be as late as 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So.
I'm being generous as far as that.
Okay.
Effectively, you have a morning shift and an afternoon shift to do whatever you want, with some flexibility depending on what you're doing, where you're going, and so forth.
Okay.
Not that I want to split up,
We should split up.
but
All the gimps go
Yeah.
that way.
if the
So
word has gotten
Scooby and
back,
Shaggy go this door.
that's right. I'm going with Velma. So I think somebody who's sneaky probably should follow Hofflich to see.
yes, with
Because he's going to find out now that I mean, obviously, Beard Boy's gone and reported to him and said, "Hey, we lost your leverage." So
What about the
I asked
thieves
this guy.
guild?
We got your daughter. I'm the one that's responsible for it.
Mhm.
Do you have anything, any means at all that you can contact to help fix my arms quickly?
oh, that's right, you're floppy goose.
Both arms.
Yes,
Does he have the clipboards?
yeah.
Let me see what I can arrange for the Temple of Shalia.
So,
Thank you.
See what assistance there is.
if there's also the aspect of it,
Yes, ma'am.
the Sons of Ulrich are planning their big attack tonight.
Oh, great.
Possibly the Sons of Ulrich are going to organize this attack to force out the Mindenheimers, or the non-Mindenheimers, and or blame the attacks on the non-Mindenheimers to spike the taxes even more.
Okay, so, well, then they're probably working with
Whoever it is.
the tax lord.
So's your counterpart. He was way too happy.
Oh, Ulrich?
Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. I want to
so-
murder that motherfucker.
So I mean, really, he's probably the head wolf.
Yeah, but
Did anybody recognize anything on the guy that
taking him
shot
out
me?
is as hard as taking on the graph.
That was asleep.
I was probably the only one that could see him well enough, and I have acute vision.
Yeah, he didn't have any distinguishing features or insignia or anything like that.
Do they have such a thing as a bloodhound, although he didn't get shot or hurt?
No, he didn't.
We have his axe.
That was, well,
Can you
yeah.
track? Can you track like the
By
item?
scent.
Like if he? No, I mean like you've got if you have the axe, is one of his axes.
Yeah.
Can you track that to the other axe that's similar? Because they seem special, right?
I mean, are they magic?
Yeah.
Oh wait, what?
Okay, probably.
Now
Now that I know it's
Suddenly George
magic,
is like,
so...
well,
Okay.
yeah, I can.
Wait a minute.
I don't trust
They're
him.
magic?
It's okay.
I also asked the guy if he knows anybody that has some really good hunting dogs. We have a
Oh.
scent off this axe.
Not in town. I mean, we could send for Alevandrol. He knows plenty of hunters.
Oh,
He's supposedly a good tracker, but his expertise isn't really in the city.
Okay.
Yeah, hunting dogs wouldn't.
I did try to reach Alejandro, but sadly I ended up in jail.
Okay.
Well,
Let's see.
can I look at the axe?
Sure.
Okay.
It's an axe. It gleams in the firelight. Seems uncharacteristically sharp. It still has a bit of elven blood on it.
It never hit me.
Isn't one of your...
It might have fallen into my blood after hitting
There you
him.
go, maybe.
The giant pool of it I left behind.
Or he stabbed Alejandro.
Hey, Matt, one of the groups that you're associated with is really good at finding people, aren't they?
Yep. But
I
it's
mean-
the one that I pissed off the most.
Well, I mean,
I can't show my face there again until I have the locket or the, necklace thing.
Those people.
Oh, yeah.
well, should we go get that?
Oh, yes.
We've already hacked some
Storm.
people up. I mean,
If I knew where to find that, I'd already have it or be dead. Because that was my short-term goal.
oh yeah. And by the way, when I went to go back to the Blood Moon, don't think I ever told you. I went in there to try to go be part of the show because obviously I'm talented enough to do so. They said I couldn't come back and that we're all responsible for your debt, whatever that is. And I just wanted to let you know because I figure if I think I have like 4 shillings or 4 silver shillings, and I'll gladly, if that pays your debt, I'll give it to you.
We have to get the golden amulet from the leader of the scumbags down in the south,
Drowned
southwest. Yeah, the drowned rat. Those people. What are they called again? Sons of Ulrich?
Yes.
Well, maybe if we just ask them.
Sure.
We actually haven't tried that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't want it. It's just a locket. I mean, how?
Well, apparently it already cost the life of a little girl, so...
Well, just one. I mean,
I agree. I mean, what?
It's just an orphan.
What?
It's just an orphan.
I feel like this is that trading game that I heard of as a child, where you go to like the old lady so you can get the straw to go to the horse to feed the horse to give the horse a ride or something. I don't know.
Do you have a spell?
I'm just gonna see what the magic is on it.
Okay.
Am I allowed to roll?
Sure.
Swallowing.
Brandy's a bit too strong for you. Perhaps something more tame, like some bread and meat.
My God.
Base 100 gives me the magic properties, and then further SL gives me mechanics.
And this is just basic knowledge magic?
Detect artifact talent.
Okay.
Right down the wrong bit, it's still sitting there.
Base success gives me its intended purpose. Further SL gives me specific rules and the item's uses.
Okay.
Who's been sneaking the plantation rum?
That'd be me.
Alright, I'm glad to see you bought some of these because I've been looking at some of these for a while.
Oh, those are George's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's the one that collects all the fancy dice. Okay. Go ahead and give him a roll.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
60.
No.
Here's a piece we're missing.
Can you do that to my sword after this?
There's a piece we're not seeing.
That's what
I could, but might need to keep it.
There's always a piece I haven't seen.
Might need to keep it.
I gave up trying to worry about it, Thad, because I can't put it together.
Okay.
I'm not a puzzle person.
I mean, Alejandro might know a tracker that is tracking in the city. And he made an impression on him, but you said you got arrested last time you tried to go see him.
I didn't want to make it far. I kind of went to get help, and the help turned me into the guard, and the guard arrested me.
Well, in all fairness, you're an elf.
In all fairness, I didn't talk to him. I called him scum and said I only talked to Alejandro, and they arrested me.
I mean, while I'm holding it, can I detect the other one?
No.
Okay.
Got rid of duplication.
Well,
There's a whole lot of blank looks at this table, man.
it's a
Yeah,
good thing is, if you own it, you can track the weapon. Issue is we have the wrong weapon to track it.
I have the weapon that needs to be tracked.
Yeah, we have the weapon that can be tracked. Here's the other weapon.
That's probably why he threw that. Actually,
Yeah,
so they
probably.
could continually track us
Oh.
and see where we go.
They know where we are at all times.
Yeah, see, yeah, we don't really
Not me
hide.
because I'm fast.
Only one that hides at all is me. Everybody else tromps around like singing and dancing.
Now
Some
your arm-
of you walk around announcing your presence.
Yes,
That's right.
I just don't show
What?
up.
When you're as tough as I
you're
am.
the easiest to find.
I know.
Can
I'm
I
in the same place all the
temporarily dispel the tracking rune on it?
You can try.
Temporarily? Okay.
Give me a blind jam roll.
Okay.
Well, if we're being tracked, can we track the tracker?
What do you want me to use? My magic
So
spell?
that's
Usually if
Sure.
someone's tracking you,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna
Can you track this?
Yeah, that's an ambush.
Here, I'll hang on to the axe in the middle of a public square. You guys wait and see who comes
I'm
and
going to
tries
use
to get
fortune
me.
points where we'll
We can
play.
ambush the ambushes that are going to ambush us.
I said I
Right.
could distract them by running around town holding things. No,
I don't think that's
still
helpful.
You're
Okay.
getting exhausted.
You're pretty certain you have concealed the magic, since it can't be tracked currently.
Okay.
Not sure how long it will last, but for the time being, it seems to be blocked.
And it flickers
I have a
back on
question.
the light.
The magic, you discern that it does whatever it is, but are you sure it's the axe or is it the wound the axe causes its tracking?
Well, the runes are on the axe, so I
Right.
assume the tracking the axe.
These are proper. Okay.
I mean, you can stab one of us and try that.
Okay, so it's not if you're holding the axe?
No.
Okay. And it's a smart axe.
And the dad jokes begin. All right.
So
Campaign filled with smart axes.
we
Like I
can
said,
just
here it comes.
we can just leave the axe and wait for someone to come pick it up.
I already deactivated it, so I just carry it around with us.
Well, they know where the last one was, right? I mean, where the last
Yeah.
king.
At Erlich's house.
Yeah. So it's good. Good time for it.
He seems rather curious on all these different magical actions and so forth. Completely clueless as to what you guys are doing.
I
But
feel like if you wanted to kill Erlich, he already knows where he's going to be at his house. So I don't think
Well, he
revealing
doesn't
to
want
him
you.
that.
How long would it
want
take
him
for you to
dead.
retrieve a
He
good
wants
huntsman
him-
with their
That be
He wants him
Hound
control.
Well, yeah, but
with,
it's
with
not like it was a
tracking
mystery where
hounds,
he is.
I could call the guard. I imagine a few hours.
No, you can't call the guard. You have to send a personal runner.
No, the guards are the town guard would have bloodhounds.
Oh, you're not talking about somebody that lives outside of the city.
Well, outside of the city, with the festival and the taxes these days, that we wouldn't be able to get anybody here till tomorrow.
So who's the person that was blackmailing this person?
It was Joachim Hofflick.
Okay. What does he do in the town?
He's one of the law lords.
Okay.
One of the three. And he obviously had some type of dealings with the court treasurer and the leader of the tax officials, Sparsum. He's the one that he followed to follow the other person to end up at that building where the thing was, where I found a bird that was cooked.
So instead of trying to find this person, why don't we just go to the person that was blackmailing to begin with? Obviously, he has connections because he wouldn't have known the blackmail if he didn't have the girl. So obviously, he's a part of the overall thing, and we know where he lives.
Well, we do, but he's going to be ready for us, right? I mean, it just makes sense. If he knows that we took the child
Okay.
and stopped him from blackmailing
Does that matter?
something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, not necessarily, but if he knows we're coming, then maybe he's got some other...
I mean, well,
And the other person doesn't know we're probably going to track him down and look for him also?
Well, no, because the thing's gone now. We can't track him.
I couldn't track him to begin with.
Well, he didn't know that. He probably knew
How
that.
close are you with? Are you with us?
No.
Yes,
I'm with
all
No,
of
he
you
doesn't
are
talk
here.
at
Remember,
all.
at the
Every
end
time
of the
we
thing,
talk to him.
Yeah,
everybody was
I'm
summoned.
not
to go.
doubting you. I was just.
Yeah,
okay.
you had been specifically
That's right. They came to my
convinced.
room. And
Yes,
came
they hauled you out of your room with your personal gear
Yeah.
and brought you to Erlich's house. Everybody is here specifically.
Yeah.
How close are you with the that chick that you
I'm
were
gonna
talking
hold on
to?
to the axe for now.
You know, the
That-
dumb blonde or whatever color hair she had.
that- I'm gonna hold on to
Oh,
the
the
axe for now.
princess? That you
Okay.
just
Oh,
called
man.
dumb
Not
blonde?
the princess.
Oh no.
I don't need it, so
Yeah.
I
Chris,
was just being a little greedy.
Would she be a credible witness
to what?
to us storming? We need credible witnesses on the reasoning behind why we're
Just don't want
storming
to
this
do that.
guy's place.
Yeah.
And
now it's coming.
I feel like we need to go to
It's a
the
singing
like
axe.
town watch to get like a warrant, if that's the
I'm
case. Effectively.
pretty sure you
For a law lord,
gonna say I'm pretty sure you go to court for a warrant, not a.
and
Oh, whatever.
a warrant to raid a law lord's place. Law lord, guys.
Grab
issues
would have
the
to
warrants.
issue.
So you want me to go
But-
ask
but-
a lady of the court if we can go raid a law lord's house?
No,
Okay.
so that you're going to a party at that person's house, and you want her to be your companion.
Okay, so the Law Lord's house is here in the palace.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, he has private residences just like Erlich does. It's one of many houses here. So, and you're effectively, the law lords are roughly equivalent, I would say, as far as like a Supreme Court justice. They are the guys who make the laws, and all the Graf does is sign off and say yes. Okay, so it's not just a casual thing that you can go and introduce yourself or work your way into a party or something like that. Now, you can certainly go down the street and accuse them of a crime, but if you don't have proof, then you guys are going to be the ones hanging from the noose or killing a lot of the royal guard who are going to arrest you. That's
We thoroughly searched the residence where she was being
yes,
captivated.
yes.
Believe me,
The pouch wasn't found.
There was no pouch found.
I know what happens when you accuse
Now,
a
only a couple of you searched.
of cheating.
Everybody else was otherwise occupied. You didn't find anything. That doesn't necessarily mean there wasn't anything to find.
Back to the den we just raided.
So you don't think she wouldn't know if there was a party going on or not?
There,
I feel like she.
here at the palace, there are no parties today until the grand celebration tonight with the fireworks.
So we can't really lie about a party.
We use private residences and stuff.
I'm all for just challenging the guy who abducted the niece. My guess is he's not going to be in his quarters.
That's a good guess.
Just go and knock on his door.
Maybe have one of us go and knock on his door.
That's suicide.
Just tell him he's been summoned.
You're a messenger. He can.
But he knew.
Maybe we should
Or
find
we
it.
just ask one of the messengers at the palace
Maybe
to
we
go
should.
deliver him a message, and then he'll report back to us whether he's there or not.
Maybe we should find the residence first.
We know where it is.
Probably.
I mean, it's probably pretty easy to find that.
It's
here.
in the
Erlich,
palace.
I mean, Eric points
Yeah,
at
no,
it
yeah, he's like
across his
over
front
there.
yard. It's like 3 houses down.
Is there anybody looking at it? Anybody looking for binoculars?
Should we raid his place? And they're like,
There are
"We can hear you."
several of the palace guards out front keeping watch on the house where you guys are at. They glance at you through the window. Other than that, no, there's nobody here. The palace looks like normal operation at this point.
Well, the question is, would he be having royal guard
I mean,
in
the Oxford
his
Thief,
residence
so.
where he's doing
Can
illegal acts?
Ratatouille go run into his house?
Yes,
How far-
But,
how far?
but if you want efficiency of him getting information, you probably won't expect such thing. You go in the house, but past that, they'll probably bring back cheese.
Well, that's fine as long as he tells us what was said. Why he was
He comes back with a signed confession.
I don't believe he has the ability to actually speak with the rat.
Yeah.
He can. The rat is friendly with him and likes him.
And I can hear what the rat says, and who talks to the rat. But other than that,
Oh, you can hear through him.
Right, just like you can hear through the elf.
Got it.
Wait, what?
So can you send him in? And
Are you his pet?
He is. He's very friendly to the wizard.
let's see.
have you gained the beast for trade as of recent that?
Did everybody but me miss that you did that to me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't believe this.
That's how he knew things were going on downstairs when you were getting killed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, believe me, my character knows this, and yeah, I know all about him ignoring the fact that I was dying.
Surely he has no idea what you're talking about.
Right?
So I'm actually pretty sneaky, and I still haven't working on it.
Okay, there is a knock at the door while you guys are debating what to do. One of the Knights Panther opens it, talks briefly with Erlich, who then lets in a couple of priests of Shalia.
Ooh, nice.
Who come in. They're carrying their medicine bags and whatnot, and say that and ask who it is that's injured and what they can do to assist as they look at you at the elf with the floppy arms and everything.
Are you injured there,
Okay.
giant panky?
Yeah, I was beat up pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got this.
They can start tending to your wounds. It will take several hours to treat wounds and so forth and try to get you somewhat back. This is not Pathfinder where they just cast a quick Cure Light Wounds and you're back to 100%.
Somewhere.
Okay,
Yep.
so if you wish to have their healing, basically the morning for you is tied up. You're free to talk and discuss, but you can't go anywhere or do anything else for that morning portion.
I'm good with that.
Do they have a healing potion that I can take?
They have a healing draught that
Yeah.
you can get hit points fairly easily.
That's all I need. So.
Okay, if all you need is hit points, yeah, they provide you that. Everybody is at full hit points.
Okay.
If you have other injuries such as torn muscles, broken bones, no arms, things like that, they will tend to it and you will have some efficiency back. You're not going to be at 100% regardless.
Yeah, I could use some help.
Okay.
With my broken arm.
Should we go back and investigate the downstairs then and thoroughly search it?
There's already town guard there searching the entire place.
What's that?
We sent them there last
No,
game.
we didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
You guys went in, you talked to Erlich and informed the town guard and everything else of what you guys had found and where it was and so forth. They dispatched a squad to the location to search it thoroughly.
Why did we do that?
Well, we can go. Because
We just told them the info. They reacted how they
So do we
reacted.
go and see what they found? If they're still there? I mean, it's been all night, I guess.
Because we're good
Yeah.
law-abiding
Yeah,
citizens.
let's go.
I can't think of
Where was this girl abducted from? Where was she abducted from?
Southeastern quarter
Southeastern quarter.
in the wind.
down where those drowned rats are.
No, that's the other.
That's
where
the
Thief
southwest.
Guild and all that shit.
That's where the Thieves Guild is. That's where the original place that you guys came to that we're supposed to check in with
What was
was
she doing down there?
being kidnapped.
No.
Where did she?
Where was you kidnapped from?
Oh, she was kidnapped from the northern sections, the well-to-do areas.
Okay. But now she's under guard. So that's unlikely to happen again.
She's not leaving the house if her uncle has anything to say about it.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Right?
no, she's not perfectly happy now, just wandering around the city. No, she's had a traumatic event for the last couple of weeks. She's in bed at this point, trying to rest and recover, and her uncle is pacing around, fretting over her while figuring out how should I talk to the Graf at this point. Since you guys say it's probably not wise to go to him yet. And again, he's at the point that he is willing to throw his life away
Right.
and accuse the other guy for causing this problem.
Okay.
And without proof, that's what it would be.
Yeah. We need proof right now.
Why don't we send when we get him healed? Why don't we send him to break into his
I
house?
also have
We don't have that kind of time.
medical training and stuff like
And
that.
he's
What
walking.
the healers would be equivalent to.
I understand. I'm glossing over it. The typical Warhammer Rolemaster healing is multiple days and very slow healing. Well, relative compared to modern things. You can break your hip and be healed in 2 days. But
Hey, I did that.
in Rolemaster, it takes multiple days. That's not really conducive to the storyline that you guys are at. So I'm going to gloss over some of that aspect. So whether you want to help with the healers or the healers want to do it or
I'm
whatever,
fine
that's
with the
fine.
healers doing it. I'm just informing that I have said capabilities also.
Okay.
That can be done for flexibility purposes.
Sure.
Burn you and now you're both fused back together.
That's right. This may sting a little bit, Torch.
Bring the torch closer.
This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me.
I don't need it to see. Just bring it closer.
Is there a dividing type of magic besides like tracking? Not that you have, but like that you might be able to
Hire someone to do?
yeah, or get the magic tower
What was the name
people.
of the place that you
Your wizard tower people thing.
Probably not here.
The Drowned Rat?
That's his place.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one where everybody hates it. Wants to murder him.
Where's that scary nefarious chick?
Red
that's
Moon.
the
That's
Moon
the Red
Tavern.
Moon Tavern.
The Red Moon Tavern.
And what she needs
That's
is
over
she
on the
needs
Northern
the thing.
Section.
So do you think you could get from your people the
I think I know what to do.
amulet?
Again, she's the one who probably mind controlled the Grass Champion.
Or I think that was your mistress.
But
Which, by the way, what's her name again?
Heinfeld.
it's Lady
Heinfeld.
Heinfeld.
Yeah.
That's what she goes by here. Everybody knows her.
Mhm.
Okay, and this guy knows her.
Mhm.
Where does she stay? Because she stays here in the keep.
She's in the palace. She's in the guest rooms.
William, do you think you can get the amulet from your people?
No.
You don't think you can? Like you're like well respected, right? They're like
Certainly. I am definitely well respected amidst the... No, I just got initiated.
well like you.
I don't even know if he exists.
Darn, in the last 5
Eric
days, you've not
Stormcolor?
climbed the ranks
Yeah,
immediately.
well, he did kill an orphan. That gives him some credibility.
Right. Well, like maybe they can find out. Like, what did you find out? What the amulet does? Is any idea?
Eric Stormcaller carries it.
Well, Eric Stormcaller. Well, let's
that?
call him.
He's the leader of the.
Yeah.
Drowned
No,
rats.
of the 3 people around me,
Or the-
none of us think you
Should do
that
that.
I can do that.
What 3 people are around you? What are you talking about?
Don't you?
Yeah, but okay.
I don't think that's like a matter of importance currently, especially since we're already on a 12-hour time limit.
We are. That's what I was saying. Like, if we got that, took the thing to the blood lady, or whatever she is.
Or we could skip that step
Should I just go knock on this guy's
and
door?
try to figure out the information somewhere else.
try to do
I would
that.
have done
Try to
it.
figure out the information
I don't
somewhere
have
else.
arms.
We're already getting connections.
I have arms. And I'm
Instead of
just
trying to
an
make new
engineer.
connections.
That's alright too. Listen, out of game. This is what this character would do just as much as I would in real life. So,
What's more connections?
right.
Should I just invite him over
All
to this
the
house?
connections.
More variables.
Right. See that toad over there on the
So maybe we
ground?
have to know if he's here first. If he's not here, then we have other options.
I can go knock on the door real quick and ask. I'm gonna go over to the guy's house.
Which guy?
Who is it?
Hofflick.
Hofflick. And whose house is this that we're in?
We're
Spiel or
in
whatever?
Ehrlich.
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 Hofflick and Ehrlich.
Would you like some company?
No, it's okay. I'm gonna go knock
He's gonna
on
go over and
the
see
door.
how Cheese doing.
Yep. I'm just gonna go over and knock on the door.
We're on the other side of the courtyard,
Okay.
just like,
Doorman opens the door. Says, "How may I help you, sir?"
Hey, is Hofflick home?
No, he's in the palace. It's a work day.
Is he just in his office? Because Ehrlich just wanted to have a conversation with him. We're just...
I wouldn't know, but you're free to go to the palace and inquire there.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
I just walk off. I come back. He's in the palace.
He's not home. How your arms
He's
doing?
working because it's a work day.
how many guards are typically in one of these
See? It's just that
domiciles?
easy.
At the domiciles? Well, there's
probably
patrols of 4 of them walking the palace grounds, and I mean there'd be servants inside each one of the houses. They wouldn't have personal bodyguards sitting inside the place. And you could take out the servants fairly easily, if that's what your intent is.
Why does your mind always go to murder?
Because I know you group.
I am not a murder hobo.
Pretty sure
I was like, who posted that? I'm looking around like, who was it?
It's the only thing we're good at.
Evidence. He would be dumb enough to keep the evidence in his own house, would he?
Well, I mean, if he lives in the
He's
palace,
in the palace, yeah, safest
he
place.
wouldn't take it to his office because obviously he's in that office with the other law lords. I'm assuming they share. If it's Supreme Court style, they're all together. Like,
So the guards are aware. of this little plot we've been...
Airlight guards.
The
Airlocks.
Night Panther are the palace guards.
And they're aware.
They have a squad patrol posted directly outside of Ehrlich's house.
Right.
Now, based on your feedback, he has instructed them not to share the information with anybody.
Can they let us into his... Can they escort us into his domicile?
No. They don't have the authority to do that. That would require the Graf's permission.
We're not going to get that.
So a warrant, effectively.
I mean...
I think we ought to go to Chaos Lady's thing. The slaver.
I mean, the only way they could override the Graf is if they had clear and present proof that there's a direct threat to the crown and so forth.
Yeah, how long has Lady Heinfeld been here?
Lady Heinfeld's been here, I think
Do we still have access to one of those bodies back in that other place?
I believe she's been here for several weeks,
Yeah.
was the current feedback that everybody had gotten. She'd been here for some time.
Time-wise, she's been here around the same amount of time that
Sure.
the girl got kidnapped.
Sure.
And she's known for kind of working within the underworld.
According to him.
Yeah, but in all reality, according to her, he does.
Well, we all know he's an asshole.
But that's the point. Like maybe she's our
Maybe
best
you
bet.
did it!
Maybe she's our best bet.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean,
Well, maybe she's the one who orchestrated
I
it.
think our best
He
bet is go to
contracted
the
her
office
to do
where
it.
he's working at, you know?
Well, he could have contracted her to do it, because, I mean, he's a law lord. He wouldn't necessarily have the means to pull something like that off himself. He would have to subcontract that work out.
Well, he'd still be
With a lot of
responsible.
maybes and possible.
No, not really. Not really.
Well,
Not really. I think that's a
maybe.
solid fucking theory, personally.
He's a law lord. He's going to know every single presence in the city. He's going to have his hands in the back pockets of every
You
single
put all
presence
those
in the
points
city.
in.
Well, that's a really jaded viewpoint on
Didn't you put
politics.
like $1 million into?
Andy,
I don't ascribe to such theory.
What you're saying is absolutely what I think.
Didn't you put like $1 million points into intimidate?
Yeah.
You don't think we can't just walk in there and you bust information out of him?
I did too.
Here's the problem,
Yeah.
right?
to go to the Supreme
I have a ton of points in Intimidate. I'm almost 6 foot tall. I'm like 6 foot wide.
Andy and the
I have a
other one's got
Minotaur
plates
skull on my
where you bust
shoulder.
it up,
I have a
almost burnt
bloody
down,
giant
looking for a
two-handed
body.
hammer. I have the authority of the church.
I'm sorry, what was the
I have a seal
Andy and me
from the Grand
are going
Theogenist.
to
Yeah.
And a
place we went
fucking
last night.
street
to
urchin
go get a
has
body.
more resistance to
where
my
you had already
intimidation.
sent the city watch to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Well,
of
street
reasons.
urchins see a
Okay,
lot.
so you
They
guys
see
just
all the
gonna head
dead
there and
bodies,
see
they
what's
see
going
dead
on?
rats.
Oh, we're gonna
They
take
You
got
it.
understand my
animals.
frustration.
Yeah.
You're gonna take
But I
a
don't
body
think
with
law
you
lords
or
are
from
that
there?
high
From
of
there.
a zip.
Okay.
I've done everything I can to make my duties as intimidating as possible. And I can't
There's a
intimidate
body, grab it.
anybody. Not
Okay.
without there being immediate horrible consequences.
And the goal is
Guess we can try it again.
because the one lady was the Lore of Death profession, and she was high up in the order, so they obviously have connections here with it. So we're going to take it back to the college and commission
Everything goes
them
back to the college.
and
Okay.
commission them to do a
I
study.
thought you guys had concerns about the potential
That's why we're
involvement
not,
of
that's why we're
the.
not talking
College
bad
is just
about
a
it.
blood ravens.
No, you had concerns about the possible
You're just now
involvement of the
realizing
high wizards
Do you even know what the blood ravens are?
Okay.
that are in the court. And any activities along those lines at the college would certainly get their attention or their
Yeah,
awareness.
I know what
Okay.
the
Can we
I'm talking about
bring
here.
that person to the place?
He's just
I
trying
mean,
to
we
be
could do that
Are they a
too.
high wizard or is just a worker bee?
If you could hire a wizard, certainly that, I mean, assuming you could find a wizard willing and interested in going to you with you to the slums to read a body,
All we need is
Certainly.
one of the basic wizards with this spell.
Oh.
I don't know why we're not just walking into his office.
but regardless, you know the standard
You're
process
super
is
intimidating, too.
they might
I
go
keep
out and do
saying
a
it.
private job or whatever, but they're going to go
Yeah.
back and report what they did, how they got their money, etc.
Okay.
Then you're
Okay,
just
these
talking
are,
to
these are
Karen.
college
Yeah,
wizards,
I
not
do.
traveling wizards, so they report everything, keep track of it.
Anybody will
So
talk.
if
But
that's
on
not
the
a
other
concern
hand,
for
you can
you,
borrow my repeater
absolutely. I just
still.
want to make sure you understand that
Oh,
if
yeah,
your
one goes.
intent is stealth and not letting somebody know,
I'm not worried about the college. They've never wronged me before.
perfectly fine.
And he was
Yeah.
and believe me, stealth is not something. If he's taking me, stealth isn't something he's
Okay.
worried about.
I'm fine with stuff.
Where's the law lord? Oh, that's
You're not sneaking into his office.
Apparently the brew that they're giving the elf is way too strong for him.
Just can't keep it down.
It's like sitting right on the back. I
right.
must have like.
A little too deep with it, huh?
Yeah.
This will give you a little bit of a salty aftertaste, just hang on.
Yellow
Don't
Jim
mind the
off
aftertaste.
white.
Just take
Right there. Oh, the top lord. He was the black man.
Oh, awful.
You think your time in the army would have been better spent?
Oh god.
I'm learning a true skill.
And who was
That's
He wasn't
right.
in the Navy, admittedly. So.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Arrowhead.
Gotta learn eventually, Dad.
So we
He was chair force. He was too lazy for that. You gotta work at it.
Goddamn right, we were lazy. That's what we had you people for.
They got the joysticks, it's okay.
so are you gonna
We're the smart ones. We sent the officers off to die, not us.
Right.
so are you going to the college then
Probably. Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
So
College for.
I should
Stuff
go.
that the priest would not ordain.
I should go and talk to the,
You know where
the
to go,
soldiers that
what?
got sent there. Because if they got
That's why we
told,
can't get anything done.
if the soldiers got told to keep the secret, right? They,
The squad of Knights Panther
Yep.
that are here to guard Ehrlich and protect him. And they have been instructed not to report any of the current situation to the rest of the staff or the guards.
did they did the
Especially when
group that
people
went
like me
to
were
the
banging
other
the
house
bill.
get told the same limitations?
To the town watch?
Literally put in
the
everything
guys
I
that
could
went,
because-
yeah, was it the town
It
watch?
was
or
the town watch that you guys sent there. No, they didn't have any specific
My
restrictions.
Yeah, I was
thing is,
actually
they wouldn't,
volunteering
he
every
wouldn't be
time I could.
communicating with the side organization from his house
I was attached
or
to
his
the Ranger
office.
bat for
It would be going
2
somewhere
years
else.
in
So
my
this
day.
way we can
Still
pick up
didn't go?
where they're going
Wow.
and stuff like that.
Well, we'll
They
figure it
never
out
were.
if we look.
I was supposed to be. I already told you this. But
Okay.
Mogadishu.
We'll
the
figure
Black
out our
Hawk down
side.
with that movie.
You your
I
guys'
was supposed
side.
to be there.
Ooh.
The Ranger
Okay.
went.
So you guys want to go to the university and hire a wizard
Yep.
to do sacrilegious activities.
I mean, it's been ordained
Mocking
and legalized. It is.
It's legal.
It's in the legal lore of the legal law in the empire.
Right,
for
it's
this to
legal.
happen.
That doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean it follows the religious edicts.
Why
I
not?
think
Sure.
Dad and I are gonna go to the moon, the Red Moon Inn.
Okay, I thought you guys
I
were
guess
just
it's
going.
me and you headed to his office.
I think
We
we're
are.
going to the Red Moon Inn
I am.
and
Okay, are the
Yes.
two of you going to wait for him to get
I-
bandaged and healed, or just get healed with his hit points?
Oh, that's right. I can't do anything in the morning.
How long do they think
Yeah.
It's going to take a few hours for them to tend the wounds to get as much back as possible.
Yeah, I was.
Now, if all you need is hit points, go.
I've
That-
got a
that's
minus 10
practically
penalty,
done.
but I'm gonna suffer through it.
Right.
So.
For you, a minus 10 is not big of a deal. I don't know what your overall penalty is.
Minus 40.
Oh
Yeah, you
shit.
probably should.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll wait a couple hours.
He has 0 arms.
What I was going to do
like a
is,
Mr. Potato Pie over there.
I mean, no penalties.
No penalties,
Have you know
no
that?
arms.
Yeah, we'll wait a couple hours. 'cause
Okay.
As intimidating as he is, if he can't hold up his sword because he's so broken, it ain't gonna work.
He can hold it up. He just is grimacing
I
in
was
pain.
going to wait until
Oh, yes, with my
you were done,
26
or if
intimidate.
they come back before the
Okay.
afternoon starts.
So you guys head out fairly shortly after
things
things get going. You head out to the university, and your intent is to what?
I would have already went. So
yeah.
my thing is,
Hire a
if he's willing to go,
hire
he's
wizard
willing to go.
Okay.
of the
He's going
lore
to
of death.
university.
No,
Okay.
I'm going to the
A
office.
just basic wizard because that's the type of range of spell that they can cast.
Okay.
Damn, the only
That
Yeah,
has
yeah.
the dying word spell.
Okay.
Okay. Speak with dead.
Yes.
Okay. And so you find a lore of death wizard. There's a few of them. They do tend to sleep in because they're up most of the night.
Yeah.
It's an emo dude.
Yes, that's right. He's
Going
very
hot topic here.
he's very gothic,
Yikes.
covered in black. He's ready to go.
Chunky boot.
Has a painted white skull on his
He
face.
looks like the knight in
Um,
Sesame.
Anyways, he smells like
That's
death.
an Orakai.
But so you wish to hire me for the day
For a job, yeah.
for a job? What's the job?
Speak with the dead to figure out an investigation in the court.
Do you have a warrant from the court?
Crickets.
Oh, you need a warrant for dead people?
Well, if it's under an official investigation,
Oh, I don't know.
or is this a official investigation?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I like bunny ears.
What are those official ones? Okay, you adventurers. That's the problem with the fire thing. You guys are always very hot-headed, just ready to go out in a blaze of glory. But that's okay. We can do this. Where's the body?
You can come with us.
It hit the floor.
Where are we going?
To whatever the district was, the slums.
The wind.
Yeah, the wind.
The wind?
Yeah.
No.
There's a burn that was cooked.
What's the last words?
I figured we could skip that body.
Wait a minute, why do I smell like urine?
Okay. Is this a hostile place?
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me gather my stuff. He puts on a dark robe.
Okay.
Gets a pitchfork. Lead the way.
Okay.
About my fee.
Yeah, we'll get the fee once it's completed.
The body is your feet.
Well, I'll take half now.
Can I try to use my social status and stuff to try
Sure.
to convince him to pay afterwards?
Yeah, you are.
Can I shake the banner
You
in if
are
I
a
have no
wizard.
idea what George wrote
The
on
one
it?
the one that says chaos.
Oh, I've no idea.
No, it does not say chaos. It's actually quite the opposite. So, but the group does not trust me. So I use that chaos.
With the broken head. Ah, my hip hurts. What do you want?
All non-wizards will die. Cool banner.
It's like, that's it. It's totally right.
10% discount if you give
That's
me the
right.
bodies.
What do you want me to roll?
Oh, diplomacy.
What do you want me to roll? There's no diplomacy.
Charm.
Could I use intimidate?
You can roll. You can use intimidate if you
Using
prefer.
Using my social status
Yeah.
and standing above the person.
You get a plus 20 to your social standing and your rank.
Try the charm.
Okay. He says, "Well, okay. You do have that cool banner. That's fine. The fee is going to be a gold.
Okay.
Okay. He accepts that you'll pay him on the way back. He leaves a note with his students and
Man,
his,
you have students already?
yeah, he has apprentices.
Oh.
Says, okay, I'll be back. Class is canceled this morning.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
They all look sad as they're about to dissect something.
Um,
Where are we going? Wind?
the
Okay.
wind.
You guys lead him through the alleyways and the streets and everything down to where the place is. When you guys get there, you find the house is roped off. There are a couple of town guard posted out front.
Okay.
They look bored because the place is pretty much deserted. They don't look like any of the ones you've talked to before.
We were sent by Ehrlich.
Okay.
We were sent by Ehrlich.
You were sent by Ehrlich?
Yes, to continue the investigation. You guys did a great job, I hear, and we're attempting to help.
Okay.
So we brought our wizards.
That wizard just stands there looking at you guys. Well, what are you looking for?
Well, hopefully additional clues with our wizards.
Information where the additional I forget the names, but the person that escaped the situation last night.
Okay.
In finding the information magically.
Because we know, obviously, the visual aspect of searching, you guys have down pat, no doubt.
Right. The guards seem dubious and concerned about the use of magic and so forth. But they say, okay, there's not much here, not much left, but I don't know. You guys are welcome to take a look.
Okay.
As a side note, the hammer, or the axe, has stopped humming.
Okay.
Okay?
And I say, blessings from the banner at them both as we walk in.
Okay. The death wizard giggles.
And I slap that thing on the back.
Sort of this horse evil wizard.
I cannot wait to find out what that says. That's all I'm going to say. Like,
Okay.
it says
no
I'm a
hero
douchebag.
piece.
That's all
What's
it
that?
says. I'm a douchebag.
I want to know what the no
This
hero
banner.
theory said.
Okay.
In this
You,
case, punch you in the face.
You guys head in. The place inside has been ransacked. Things are not nearly as organized as it was when you guys were here last night, even though organized was mostly empty and dusty and dirty and everything. Now everything's smashed, broken, tossed around, and so forth. The guards, when they searched, did not search subtly and searched everything very thoroughly. The hatch is open.
Oh, they found the floor door? Okay.
It was open when you guys left.
Yeah, it'd be quite sad if they searched all of A buildings.
Searched the whole thing and missed the hatch. Darn it.
I was hoping that'd be great.
It's like, when did the fight happen?
Sounds like dead bodies.
Okay.
Can't find where the smoke is coming from.
You want me to go first?
I guess.
You want me to hold a torch or something? Because, like, it's underground.
You said
Sure.
that to the fire wizard.
Well, he likes it when I hold the torch. He said that. Because it makes it better. So, okay. So, take that torch and...
So you climb downstairs into the basement, look around, there's blood everywhere. Lots of blood. There's no sign of any bodies. There's a large char mark shortly down the hallway where the one person burned to death and burned for quite some time afterwards. Otherwise, the place looks like it's empty. Again, it's been thoroughly searched, trashed, and so forth.
I guess I'll go ask the guards where the bodies went.
You look for, like, magical stuff down here, maybe?
The bodies they were taken off to the headquarters.
Okay.
Processing. I don't know. If you hurry, you might be able to catch them. Otherwise, they'll probably be tossed over the cliffs by now.
So, which direction they go? They
give you direction to the town guard.
You want me to go try to stop them?
Sure.
All right.
You run off on your own,
Take off on my
leaving the death wizard and fire wizard here.
Yo,
Okay.
the Balrog twins.
Okay.
Guess we'll start going over there too.
Okay. Gonna follow them. Okay. No, they can't just leave bodies at a crime scene. They have to pick them up and haul them off.
Only a couple hours. That was my thing.
One was cooking, so.
It was only a couple hours, and they have to like investigate the scene. And
Okay,
everything.
it was late at night. It was around 2 or 3 a.m. And by now it's probably close to 8:30 or so.
But we didn't tell them till near the conversation where this place was, so
You
they
guys-
wouldn't have searched it.
You guys told them when you got to the Church of Sigmar.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
when the guards
We
were
told the
formed.
town guard once the person got here. We told
That was
them.
at 3 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, it's been
I-
5 or 6 hours since then.
Okay, whatever. It's what it is. So
Okay.
let's move on.
We'll catch him.
The guy that threw the axe at him,
Yes,
was he carrying a large double-bladed axe?
he was not. Okay, so you head over to the town guard or the town watch post. Asking around, you find the captain that's currently investigating and looking at things. There's quite a bit of activity in the place. Most of it seems to be hauling drunks into and out of the jail cells. There a couple of people are talking about that elf they hauled in last night. How they had to haul them. They had some special thing happen. They got hauled out early in the morning. And otherwise, they're talking about a number of bodies that came in and so forth. You guys check around, and without much difficulty, yeah, they show you to a back room, fairly chill, that has several bodies laid out. One of it is rather burnt and charred, and there's the other ones that were there that were killed, still covered in their blood and clothes and so forth, just piled up here, along with maybe a half dozen others.
Well, you do this. You want me to go talk to the guy in charge?
Sure.
See what they found.
Okay.
I'll go talk to the guy in charge,
Okay.
the headquarters guy.
So, what you want me to do?
Talk to the dead.
They don't seem very talkative right now. So I can try my magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of these days he's gonna stab you or something in real life, and we're all just gonna stand there like, yeah, that was coming. Took 20 years, but it happened.
Yeah, it does. Okay. What's the spell that he cast?
Dying words.
Okay.
Recently departed soul passed away within the last day.
That would be horrific.
I mean, no
you
soul.
call the soul back briefly. For the spell's duration, you communicate with the dead soul, though it cannot take any action other than talking. It is
Okay.
not compelled to answer you, but the dead cannot lie.
Okay.
It's a CN6.
It's a C what?
CN6.
CN6. Okay. Which one do you want to do it on?
Well, probably the burnt lady.
The burnt lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 6% chance he has to spell it.
Okay. He casts a spell. After a moment or two, you hear the skin crack and pop as she shifts around a little bit. Her eyes open up, melted away, and she gasps momentarily. He says, "What questions you want to ask?"
Where would you go if your first location was breached for safety? Where would you go?
We were told to stay there.
And if the location got discovered and the girl got taken?
Then we'd be dead.
You are.
What was the person's name from the person that got away?
We didn't have a name.
Never got a name.
Oh, we did. It was.
Maybe.
They called him.
The leader.
The little girl had a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, trick. Yeah.
The boss.
Mm-mm. No.
I wasn't there.
These are notes.
You were there. The
I
guy
left.
got away?
I
We
left.
had, so she's Broomhilda. There was Dagmar. That was his name.
Okay.
Where would Dagmar would go? Does he have a different place of residence?
She doesn't know.
The boss.
Where did you go to communicate with whatever the law lord was?
The boss.
Yeah, the boss. Where would you go to communicate with the boss?
We sent pigeons.
To where?
We had a collection of pigeons. We would send the pigeons.
Where did you get the pigeons from?
They occasionally one would arrive.
From who?
We don't with the boss. They don't know. They communicated via pigeon to somebody named the boss.
What were you supposed to do with? I guess the girl. I don't know. Just hold her. I guess.
Yeah.
Would make sense.
What were you supposed to do with the girl?
Well, you already said keep her there.
No, I didn't. Andy did.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. What are you supposed to do with the girl?
She was to be sold tonight
Where?
at the caverns under the Temple of Moor.
Who are you selling it to?
Skaven.
Oh, I called it. Finally.
Okay.
What? I called it. I called her out.
How would we get? Maybe to the caverns. Like, what? How would they get in the caverns? The doors guard the caverns, right?
Not since Oldham left.
And they probably found some. Can she tell us where the entrance was? They were supposed to do that. Maybe address. Cavern
Doesn't
4.
seem willing to answer it or doesn't know. According to the body, she was instructed to stay at the place, not get discovered, keep the prisoner until the night of the festival, at which point there was an arrangement to sell her off to what she believes is Skaven,
There were two of those.
beneath the Temple of Moor.
Good question. Do we have access to prior documents?
Because the boss
Like
So that's
told them
the-
it was Skaven, or
the
that's an
map with
assumption.
the Skaven symbol.
Not even met the boss.
That was
If the
temple
group has it,
of-
sure.
Well, it was an online
Sorry, go
document.
ahead.
They would know
Okay.
if it's
So,
the boss or not. 'cause
would
they
I
still
have
know
access to
who's
that?
sending the messenger?
That's the thing. They don't know who's sending the messenger.
They said they only know him as boss.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was just thinking, is it an assumption on their end, or do they know for sure it's Skaven?
Sure. How do you know it's Skaven?
It was in the letters.
Ooh, where are the letters?
We need those letters. I'm not there.
Where are the letters?
They were stored in the panel under the bed.
Oh. There's a panel.
Is it letters from their dead grandma? What are they doing?
No, those are even letters. What was the name of the temple again? Sorry.
More.
More. So that's the one in the graveyard where they pay to take bodies down inside, right?
Yeah. The Death Wizards. I know that place.
I got frequent flyer card. 2 more punches.
Death Wizards would know not to go there.
They visit.
Well, I think we could absolutely. The letters would at least be some proof that the kidnapping is real. There might be some name. That maybe there was a name on there that
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
read, but they might be.
I assume the body's probably done by now.
Yeah. Between the bodies, that's the information you're able to gather. Now, meanwhile, you were talking to the investigator.
Yep.
He reveals to you that they went to the place. They found several bodies deceased. They collected it as per standard procedure for processing whenever the physicians get to it. They're down in the morgue right now. They searched the place. The one thing they found was in one of the rooms there was several cages with pigeons. Appear to be carrier pigeons. They're not sure who or where they go to because they're pigeons. They weren't really talking. Other than that, they found underneath one of the beds when they carefully searched. They found a panel underneath the bed. Had some miscellaneous change. Small piece of jewelry. Had a strange black stone on it. And there were a handful of letters of private information. Those have been handed off to the palace at this point.
Oh no.
Were they sent by messenger, or did someone from the
No.
palace come collect them?
No, these appear to be stolen materials of a personal nature.
Gotcha. Are the pigeons still there?
Do the guards have the pigeons?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Can I have a pigeon?
I'm hungry.
Can I buy a pigeon?
Sure, they don't need 5 pigeons.
Okay. Can I take the cage?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Sure, they
All
give
right.
you a pigeon and a cage.
Sweet. Okay, so I go meet
Okay.
back with them.
Okay.
Well, with him, not the Death Eater.
Nope.
Okay.
What did I see?
Did we check and see if the tracking on the axe was the same as the lockets?
It's not.
The what?
The little
That
jewelry
is right above the eye.
necklaces that we kept finding on people around the
It's a good question.
city.
What about it?
Did we know if it was the same? Not necessarily the same spell, but the same source of magic
Same
as
type
the
of
axe.
tracking. I don't know if that's.
Is there enough of a signature to be
Yeah.
able to distinguish
Yes.
on a tracking spell who cast it?
No.
So we couldn't tell them.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
So it's-
Not necessarily specifically, but
I was able
would there
to
be
tell.
a signature to go, okay, whoever cast this tracking spell also cast this tracking spell?
No. No.
Okay.
I'd
Wouldn't
be able to
be.
tell colors. Like for example, the actual Blackstone amulets were chaos.
Oh, okay.
That was the that was actual
But
black
didn't we
magic.
just determine that they were just legit from
Yeah, there's
a
no-
chaos-infused rock that somebody thought was pretty and
From
was
the
spreading
swamp.
around?
No, they
It was from.
They-
It was
they
from.
got.
They were. It was from the swamp that
Right.
they got, and they made into neat lockets or necklaces or whatever. Whether or not someone was enchanted or not, I don't know. We didn't
Yeah.
pursue it because that would have led out of town.
Yeah, fair enough.
But this one's just a basic axe. Magically enchanted axe.
Okay.
No fancy dark powers with it yet,
Uh-oh.
even though it does sing.
Yet.
Does
Yeah.
it start singing again once we left the place? Because you said it stopped humming when we got there.
At this point, it has a very slight hum.
Okay.
Yes, that's a hum.
So, after we get away from the other people, are we releasing the old warlock, witchy, wonder?
Yeah.
Soft man?
I'll give him 2 gold and
Okay.
ask him to post his report tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Brandon Manson. Talk to you later.
That's unusual, but okay.
So, Can you track
Shuffles off, swinging this side.
That's right. Can you track a bird? If we put something on the bird to track, like, can you track one of those necklaces if we put the necklace on the bird?
If I don't get confused with like the other 100 in the town.
Okay. Well, I've got a pet bird now. His name is Francis.
If only you could tie the axe to him.
That's right. Can he carry it? What kind of swallow is it?
He can, but it won't fly.
It's an African or European
That's
swallow.
right. It makes
I
a
don't
difference.
know.
Well, I think that town guard are involved in this, just so you know, because when they told me that they found. Apparently, you told me about the papers. Well, those same papers, they admitted they found them, but they said they were returned to the palace because they were of a personal nature. Well, if they were blackmail information, that wouldn't be personal information. That would be, let's hunt down this blackmailer. So, in other words, the town watch is working for him. So we got to watch our backs when it comes to the town.
Cannot be named.
So, I'm just gonna gloss over the fact that they're gonna be self-escaping.
We'll get into that.
Yeah,
We're gonna get to that point.
Yeah,
We just haven't got there yet.
So this bird was one of the ones that was going back and forth giving messages. So if we let it loose, it should fly to, well, hopefully, not to the place we were just at, hopefully to whoever it is. And if that's the case, if those birds were coming from...
It flies up, it circles around,
St.
and lands
Bob's
next to you.
Yeah. If it goes to, what is it, to Hoplick's house from Erlich's house, we know for a
And then the
fact it
priest
was
hit him with
him.
his hammer for some reason. Frustration.
We can watch where the bird goes. And if it goes...
Yeah. That would confirm it.
We don't really want to be dealing with the cult of Moor anymore.
Why? We've not dealt
They
with them
have
at
it.
all.
They have a hidden tunnel underneath
Well, we know.
their catacombs that they're allowing access.
Who says they're allowing access to it?
Okay,
It's not hidden that the dwarves keep and then left. Dwarves are known to keep secrets.
But we were... When we were searching in the very...
Secrets, grudges.
Not when I was searching.
Secret grudges.
When Milton and him were
we saw
searching in
his
the very
grudge,
beginning.
It was a very short one.
Because I didn't live long enough.
I tried.
But he and Milton went up to those catacombs and they were offered the ability to go down in there to go bury a body if necessary. It just costs money to go down there. You can pay more, pay two more to go down there.
The more you pay, the more
The more
you...
you pay, the deeper you can go. Okay.
That's right.
Or we
Yeah,
could
it was a
just
good,
talk
like,
to the
100 gold.
law person that has authority and say, hey, we need to go check out a loved one, or hey, we need to go check out your catacombs.
Can you give us a warrant from the law lord?
We could do that also.
Yeah, I mean,
Be
we're
like-
pursuing his investigation,
Yeah.
so...
But you would know that the temples each have their own effective. I guess the closest equivalent would be like a embassy.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, it's individual territory. So within their own realm, they have complete authority. The Graf has authority over the area, but he can't go in and invade the Temple of Sigmar any more than he can invade the Temple of Ulrich, and the Temple of Moor has complete control over their area.
Gotcha.
So the graves and everything, if you wanted to go into that, you'd either pay the fees and follow the process, or sneak in. I think that's what he was sort of thinking, or kill them, or
It just makes him happy.
yeah.
What happens if you kill
The
more?
Temple of
There's
Moor is
more.
what I needed.
Right.
Damn it.
Okay, so should we go back and tell them about the rat friends, the
Yeah.
Bretonians in the
They got it,
basement?
Yeah, Bretonians.
Okay, so you go back to report to the group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, did any of the other three of you wish to go anywhere, or were you guys
No,
just
we-
waiting for the healing?
We were just waiting for the healing.
Okay. So by the time they're done with bandaging and everything, these guys have come back. They've shared whatever notes they care to,
Yeah.
unless there's anything that you want to change. Now, the one thing you notice is that axe. As you travel across town, its humming gets gradually stronger.
Towards a direction, like if I go backward a block, does it go less?
It doesn't change that significantly in the case of a block. But you get the sense that as you get closer to its pair, it would get stronger.
Okay.
Okay? Doesn't seem to be particularly strong other than it's noticeable. Andy, Carlton, can't hear it at all. It's only in your mind.
Okay.
I'll say it's because Carlton doesn't
What?
shut up.
Yeah.
What section?
So
have
they're
you mentioned
humans
the humming?
actively dealing with slave trades with the Skaven.
Bretonians.
The
We're not
Bretonians?
allowed to say that word.
That's right.
Altdorf declared it.
What have you
Oh,
mentioned the
Okay.
humming?
Dwarf.
So what was your
Wait, don't
actual
this
injuries, Matt?
Altdorf.
Do what?
What were your actual injuries?
One of them, I'm assuming, was tendon.
Okay.
That was great sword to the arm.
Oh.
And the other one was a crossbow bolt where it pinned it to my chest or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so first off, they removed the crossbow bolt.
Right.
No, we already did that.
Okay.
They yanked it out and poured potion down these.
That's right.
That's what
Okay.
it entailed, right?
So, with some, give me a endurance check, I guess. It's the closest equivalent we have.
Let's see if I have useful arms.
Is there a toughness or something like that? Feet?
That's endurance.
It's just endurance. There's no other feet.
I have-
on.
Well,
I have hardy, but that gave me extra hit points.
what do you
Very
have?
resilient, which added 5 to my toughness. Which,
Right, that already added a bonus.
Yeah.
And toughness goes into endurance.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an endurance roll.
Mine was
Endurance is
the
that.
flat of my blade.
Toughness
The
is
flat of
that.
blade broke my
Toughness plus whatever
Wrist
advancements you
or
have.
arm?
arm.
Okay,
149.
149. Okay, so I will give you the use of both your arms back.
Okay.
With a, we'll say a net minus 30 currently due to the pain and injury that you have on them.
Okay.
Okay. Not quite the negative 100, but still a sizable penalty. Go ahead and give me a roll for yours.
Oh, my post skill's only 75 now.
What are you talking about?
With negatives from the
more.
injury.
No, just straight endurance
Well,
roll.
it is, technically. But that's only because an elf
Well,
bow is
that's
effectively
not
a
going to
longbow
do.
plus 10.
I rolled a 1.
A 1? Okay, they
I'm
they have to amputate.
Can I corruption point that one?
Sure.
Your arm heals, but so does the third one.
They split your arm down the middle.
You know what?
You literally turn the beast off a thing.
That's technically possible if you keep the nerves intact and you can't grab the nerves.
Oh,
You could have
that's
your
98,
hands
but
half this direction.
you can't
Yeah,
tell.
You still have
I see.
motion in both your,
Okay.
all your fingers.
98,
That's cool.
13.
Horrifying, but cool.
You'd have to do a lot of work. You'd
When
have
we,
to.
when we dissected the pigs,
Okay.
It's my blade.
I'll bet you tried it.
to dissect. Well, no. When we dissected the fetal pigs in anatomy class, we had to cut open the arm.
177.
Okay. I'll drop your penalty down to a minus 10 ongoing as they set your arm, but they warn you that any further damage or irritation to your arm will cause the break to reopen.
Okay, so I have to be careful with my arm.
Right. Okay.
Oh, one-handed axe.
You don't swing a two-handed sword.
Well, he said
no.
specifically damage. So I'm gonna take a
Damage.
crit
You
out.
can use your weapons, etc., but if you take a critical that indicates an arm injury, your arm gets broken
So
again.
just dodge all the strikes.
Or just get like
Okay.
armored arm.
Okay.
Actually,
Or
better
just
than
get
I
like
thought it
a
would be.
metal
Um,
sleeve.
I like these.
I had a minus 10 to like some tendon injury or something.
Sure, give me a roll.
I like these mini dice. Thank you.
I succeeded, but the question is by how much? 141.
Okay. They knock it down to a 5.
Okay.
No lasting penalties. Now, was that above your threshold for corruption?
No,
How many points do you currently have?
7 out of 8.
Okay. And Matt, did you have an extra one last time?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you already got mutations.
Yeah.
didn't you?
My corruption, my last mutation buffed my willpower, so that was nice.
What's your threshold
Sure.
again?
8.
It's
No,
your
what's-
toughness bonus plus your willpower bonus.
I know you were
Power
above
better.
previously.
Yeah, no rounding. I need 1 damn point for it to go to an 11.
No?
If it helps anything, you could meet it,
Oh,
just
wait a
not
minute.
pass it.
Oh,
Wait a
yeah,
minute. No,
I'm
I
beyond
think
my
I didn't
current
cross my
threshold.
threshold.
Still.
I have a built-in modifier that I should have. I got to take away.
Mm-hmm.
I just went ahead and applied my divine inspiration and everything.
Help if I would have just put
Noticeably colder.
Divine inspiration.
When we
1
touch the
degree
stone, we got a
Celsius.
divine inspiration.
That's not going to help you for corruption checks.
Exactly, which is why I got to redo
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm above my threshold.
Okay.
Well, I'm at my threshold. 7 is my threshold.
If it's meets, it's fine. It's when it succeeds.
It's when you have 12 instead of a
Yeah.
threshold of 10.
Okay.
That's why we bring
Get rid
elves.
of
They're
the
like
willpower
corruption
bonus.
sponges.
Yep.
Soak it up in that.
Okay. So, he serves a nice lunch with fresh fruits and meats and so forth. Lots of brandy. He seems to be drinking heavily. Still very concerned, although the brandy seems to calm him somewhat. So what are we doing?
So
What's the plan?
it seems to me that the town guard are in on this. They found the
I don't believe that.
they found the you gotta believe it, but we found out that there was the communication between the person who kidnapped your niece and the person in charge of kidnapping your niece. Those notes were brought back and they were hidden in a floorboard slat. And when I questioned the town guard about it, they said, "Oh yeah, we found it. They were of a personal note. And they were retrieved and taken to the palace." And that said, a personal note doesn't make sense unless they're working with your blackmailer, who would bring that only piece of evidence there is. Unless someone brought it to you.
Nobody brought anything to me.
Did you guys Could I ask the guards if they saw the ones that were outside, if they saw any deliveries be made to?
They've seen people come and go throughout the day. I mean, just normal business at the palace. There's plenty of people coming and going.
Would it have been guards themselves that would have brought the notes, or would it have been runners?
Could have been either.
Alright. I'm going to see the law lord guy.
Okay.
Hofflick?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his name, right?
The one we think is doing all this? I'll go with you.
Blackmailer.
I'll come with you.
Yeah, Hofflick.
Yeah, Hofflick's who's doing
Gotta have
it.
all the minions. We're
They're
all
gonna get us
good.
all killed, and they're all gonna come with me, going down in a blaze of glory.
Okay.
I'll go
I'm
with you
not
either
going.
way.
So are
You're
you
not,
guys
you're
taking-
not going now?
Well,
There's a
no,
blaze of
I was
glory?
trying to rally people up and get them to
Free
go in
save
my
us here.
in my presence. I'll stay here and make sure nothing happens at this house.
Is Erlich
Okay.
going with you guys, or is she?
No. I'm staying here with my niece.
I'm gonna protect him.
Unless you're ready for me to inform the graph.
Gotcha.
I don't see any reason business can't wait for me. They can debate laws and such throughout the day, however they wish.
Were any of the blackmail messages sent to your office?
No.
All to your home?
Yeah.
Do you still have them?
No.
Well, no, they were like just messages given. That was the.
Hey, Andy, hold this axe. Does he
Hold the sack?
axe?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold the axe. Okay.
Does he hear the humming?
No, it stops immediately.
I sense something illegal here.
Chew on it a little bit.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna wander around town, see if I can figure out
So, guys, I have this.
Because I don't know what you guys have shared. Keep that in mind.
everything.
Okay, everything.
They're sharing everything
Share
now.
the axe thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So where was it?
That's my point.
Where was it?
If you guys
last
aren't
time?
saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, or saying I share everything,
Yeah,
I assume I don't know any of it.
I didn't assume we knew anything about the
It's
axe.
always been in.
I
we
shared
keep things
everything.
hidden.
Okay.
So where was it not coming?
I'm trying not to keep anything hidden.
At this
all.
point, yeah.
But we always have in the
Ever,
past.
honestly. So
No.
So, okay, well, take the axe to the Temple of Moor first, right?
okay.
To see if the axe starts buzzing there, right? So that guy's hiding out in the
Is
Temple
it
of
buzzing
Moor.
any more significantly here?
It's stronger here than it was in the wind.
Maybe he's
Okay.
in the palace.
So,
That's what it said.
can we make marks on this?
But he's getting ready to leave the palace.
Can you
to
make
wander
marks
around.
on what?
I am again.
I'm trying to do tuning
That's why I was
fork.
trying to see if
On
you
the
can
map.
have, if
Yes.
you can hear the
I
cats
think you
because
can.
you're much faster.
Okay.
You can easily
Right.
go
So-
through. So
It was humming more here than it was down here.
Nope, down there.
I thought the wind was down
This is the
below.
wind.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's a matter of who owns the axe. Giving it to Carlton to hold on to is different than Thad giving it to you to have for now.
So how about this? Why don't you take the axe and go somewhere over here?
So if you just give it to him, say, here, have this axe.
It transfers ownership.
Yes, that's the point.
So I transfer to ownership.
When you gave it to George and say, have this for now, it's his. If you say, hold this for a moment, it's not yours.
That's so weird.
Um,
Big game that really easy though.
So I also have this bird.
Why don't you look through the bird's eyes?
I brought that up like
Well,
half an hour
I thought,
ago.
Yeah.
I thought like
Well
when
in
they,
there.
I thought like like when there's two people and they both say they're the owner of a dog, and then you let the dog go and you see who the dog goes to. Do the same thing with the bird. Like when the guy's like, "It's not me," Graf says, "Okay, y'all gonna die," and we open it up and the bird flies right to him. We're like, "This bird
Lands in his
came
hands.
from the murder scene."
Oh my God! I've been revealed.
Immediately, I'm like, "This bird came from the murder scene and is the boss."
My whole nefarious plan is
The,
gone.
the person responsible for the kidnapping is here tonight.
It's like when you throw the baseball to the villain and they catch it in the left hand.
Right, right.
If he catches the bird in his left hand, he's the villain.
Oh, good lord. I'm just gonna wander around town just throwing the bird at people.
At first I thought we'd follow the bird, but I'm the only one fast enough to follow the bird, even in the daytime.
Yeah.
So, you want me to run around town with this axe in my hand?
we can both wander
They're not-
since I won't have it.
Yeah.
We can
I was like, they're
both
not
do it.
scissors, so
You
it's
want
okay.
all
My
three
mom
of
says
us
it's
to
fine.
go?
It's probably best we go
Or-
as pairs
I mean, I
anyway.
wanted
We're
to
trying
go
to track
to
down
the-
this experienced killer,
Yeah,
and we're going alone to track down the experienced
To the
killer.
death caverns escape.
Lady High
Potentially.
Jump is an accomplice of the Red Band, right?
The Bretonians.
Like they're
No.
associated.
We can't break the law.
No.
Right.
No, she knew.
I don't
We
remember
just
there
found
being
that's
any.
a bit wrong. Or it hasn't been updated yet. With info.
I wonder if Heinfeld buys little girls from the slavers. From the,
I think Heinfeld's the connection to the rat people.
Yeah, Heinfeld is
Yeah.
selling
she's
slaves.
a rat.
She's the one that is
So let's go
connecting
find
with the
her
two.
and not intimidate her because that's fucking impossible.
Right. But the axe
It's
goes
killer
near,
bodyguards.
maybe.
Well,
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's probably going to be the person that has the second act.
Right,
Which
oh,
will be that
absolutely.
person.
I'm going
But
to
if
where
that
the
person
ball
works for
lords
her?
would work.
That would be
We'll
in the
figure out
palace
when
in
we're
front of the
wandering
graph.
around,
Okay.
I guess. But
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay,
So
you head
we're-
towards the palace.
And
they're
we're heading
court.
towards,
going to be dealing with red tape all day,
Gotcha.
so.
and we're heading
Yes.
towards more then.
You are
Sure. And then
Okay, you're going with them?
wandering around, yeah.
Okay, the two of you are going there? Okay.
Me and you, best friends, even though you don't like it.
At least his arms work.
Are you in armor now or not?
Yes, I am. I'm in
Oh,
full.
yes.
I'm in full.
Okay, so they head off to the palace to the court. What are the rest of you guys doing? You going to hang out here and wait, or you have something else to pursue?
Would you like to
Soldier
tour the
and the-
architecture of the town engineer?
Would I?
We're just going
You
around,
know,
walking around town.
I've actually wanted to
think I
test
might as
out
well
this
own it.
gun for a little bit now. Do you think we could get in a position where I could
Shoot somebody?
Not currently.
But it might
Do you
happen.
think we
That's the
could?
question.
Do you think we could lead up to it through this architecture?
Where's the Richard? Shoot him.
General,
Depends
It
on
might
where we
suck.
go.
Let's go.
Sergeant.
I'm going on the architecture.
He's going on the architecture tour.
I'm getting close.
Way to trick him. I mean, good job.
The
Okay.
long ways been
So
Yeah.
the three of you are going to
You
travel
see
around
this
town. What are
thing?
and the two of you wanted to go to the Red Moon Inn?
Well,
seems to
Carter,
think
he
that
just
it's
needs
not
more
a
bodies.
scout.
I didn't
He gets away.
Well,
The
just
scout
wanna use
seems
his
to
gun.
think it's not a good idea. But
Well,
Modern
that's
name is
not
Rogue.
me.
yeah, there's a whole thread we're not plucking over there, and it just drives me nuts.
Well, there's a whole thread we're not talking outside of Midnight.
Wrong
Yeah.
one.
I hope the audience saw that.
It's one to your upper left.
Who's she going to? Cata what?
Katarina Toddbringer. Katarina Toddbringer is going to.
So where are we looking at?
The string. What? No, all the way down to the
isn't it
left.
Eva?
That's
Down to
That's
the left.
Ava.
Lady
Oh, that's like okay.
Isn't it
Of
Eva?
course I
That's
know
the
her.
owner of the Red
That's
Moon?
Ava.
This is the tavern owner.
We have
Yeah,
not
that's
made a
the tavern
connection
owner.
between her and.
We have
The
her
man.
and the man.
Yeah.
Who do we think she has a connection to?
We think I think she has a
the
connection
slaver.
to
The
the
person that.
Who's the
Drax
slaver?
champion.
What?
I think she's the one who hypnotized the Graf's champion.
Someone.
There.
Well, we gotta know where he went. But if that's where he
She's
went.
You're the one who has a
We
personal
also,
relationship with her.
we also think
No.
that she's connected to
Just put your
Yeah.
collar back on and go see what she
No.
wants.
That's me.
Yeah.
the
No, she was talking about him.
Oh.
the slave.
She wants me dead.
Whoever.
Well,
He'd be dead already if
Well,
that
I mean,
was true.
Character.
The majority of the people in town
Who is
will be
that?
dead.
He'd be dead if that was true.
William.
No.
William.
I'm harder to kill than you think.
Who does your character really
Part of a
hate?
terrorist
Who's-
organization.
who's her
Yeah.
name?
Fine.
I
Yeah.
swear I
There's a
found
fucking drone strike about to happen.
In the form of a
Wait.
pigeon.
Patriot
I
missile.
know. I think he's connected to.
I still think.
Bite the head off and
What are
Already
the
got that.
what are the drawbacks of you casting that spell that you did on the
I
rat
probably
on the
did the
pigeon? Is
side.
it distance?
Where did we even put the thing?
It's time.
But you need to.
Are we gonna go on
Why
an
did I-
architecture tour
Once I
already?
cast it,
Yeah,
I
why
have,
don't
to,
we
I,
just
have
kill
to, I have to
people?
be in range to cast it, but once it's cast, it can
Where
go
did we put
however
the
far.
fire?
It's just time.
How long?
Depends on how well I cast it. It could be
Yeah.
anywhere from like 2
Where did we
minutes
put the
to like
thread?
a couple hours.
I think I gave
My
back
point.
mine.
I think that is
Oh,
one of the great leads we have.
Yeah.
To
I
at least
agree.
know where it's gonna. I mean, it could be just going to some sort of a roost where people know they have to go grab that message, but at least it's something.
Oh.
George,
Why
how
don't
much
we
did you
just
pay
kill
for the
everybody?
necromancer
Really killed it
services?
on the way. We're like, damn it.
I didn't pay for a necromancer. Those are a line of chaos.
Yeah.
Those are illegal.
Yeah.
Fine. Then the anti-necromancer.
Off the records, Death Wizard. My bad.
It's really brain damage.
higher than you.
The anti-death wizard.
Not hard to do.
Why? I got 93.
I'll give you 2 gold to check my sword. Just tell me what it does. Whatever it is. And
Okay. I guess
I'm
I'll
not understanding.
touch
why
his
won't
sword
we
to
kill-
figure
just
out
killing
that
everybody
overall
that we
thing.
think is
Okay.
Because
that hasn't stopped us before.
I don't think we have a thieves guild to bail us out because someone ruined our reputation with the thieves guilds here. Last time we killed everybody, we had thieves guild in Bogenhaven that I made connections with. This time around, we
Here's
do
me
not
normal
have the thieves guild.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Does it still feel weird?
I'm gonna get busted by the teacher.
Feels warm.
But Matt, I was
That's what happens
thinking
when
that
you
we'd
hold
go
it.
to the
It
office.
tends to heat up
It's
your
metal.
What
body.
happens there? And
But yeah,
unless
it's
there's
just a
another
normal
lead
sword.
we come up with
Nothing
to go to
magical
like
about
the tomb. See if we could get into that.
I'm not doing that alone. Well,
You got me.
I'm not doing it with just you.
So you want me to
That's
enchant?
that's insanity and
So you want me
suicide.
to enchant the bird? And it's not sight; it's hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know location.
No.
Oh.
You might be able to help yourselves guide where it went.
Yeah.
Just use the bird as a drone.
Yeah.
Good
I
job.
can't really carry
Good
this
job.
banner if I'm carrying this bird.
We have reduced the GM to role playing a pigeon.
Here's where I make another engineering marvel where I
what we
invent a
do.
camera that we strap to the bird's head.
I'm telling you, the idea of
It's a
enchanting the ear.
medieval camera. It's the size of this table. It can take still images. Camera's gonna be-
That's because the pigeon can't move.
We need about 200 pigeons. and then it should move.
All right, the pigeon needs to stand still for 15 minutes.
That mouse is going to be the electricity generator.
And move those levers so you get the light in.
Oh
The
god.
bird's all like lighting.
It's like in the movie Chicken Run when they make the houses take off and the chicken coops.
Oh.
We're just putting bites in there for them to pedal
Okay.
to make those.
I'm going to Lady Heinfeld.
Okay.
I'm going on the
I'm going to find her.
In the palace?
Is she in the palace? I'm going to go
That's
find her.
where she's supposedly staying in the palace.
I'm going to go find her.
Supposedly.
Okay.
There's no spell I can do. Like I can like cast a spell on it, and it
And
knows
track.
location. Yeah, there's no spell like that.
Okay, well, you can figure that out while I walk away.
Okay.
That's what you
Walk
always
away.
do.
How about
Not
I can keep up with
Not
it.
really, actually. No.
Let's figure out this axe thing first.
Okay. we're
Because
great.
I feel like if we start throwing the pigeon in there, and if there's someone in there, I feel like that kind of instigates
Then we use
some
the
type of
axe.
initiative on our part.
Gotcha.
So we
Okay.
should probably wait for people with heavy armor so they can take more axes.
I'm already.
I feel like you're talking about me here.
So should I leave the bird in this cage here with Erlich so we don't get like
Sure,
lose it
yeah.
along the way?
Yeah.
So we don't
Alright,
switch
be
up
real careful with
birds.
this pigeon. Don't let it go.
Oh,
It
Okay.
might be the
he,
final.
he has a servant put it over on a side table.
I look at the servant, just staring side-eyed.
I swear
Yeah.
to God, if you eat that bird.
Take good care of.
Wink,
Fred
wink.
Reed.
It's terrible. Wink, wink.
Okay, so the three of you are going to travel around the town trying to figure out where this axe is indicating?
Yep.
Okay. And you're going to go wander around the palace and ask about Lady Heinfeld.
Yep.
And you were going to go where? Or do
Where the
what?
law lords are.
You're heading to the court with Ben. And what are you doing?
I am going to. Assist my father in his efforts of finding the person I hate.
You're going to go with the priest to find Lady Heinfeld.
Yeah,
She is openly antagonistic to you.
that's the point.
Oh, okay. This is
brought her
not
a gift.
going well.
How we doing?
Dad,
Yeah, with us,
let's
with our
really
architect
split up
core.
the group again.
You guys choose to do that. Okay.
Nah.
So, first thing, the court's easy to find.
Okay.
It's a big open room.
Right.
It
I
is.
assume there'd be observers and stuff like that.
It's in full session. There's good 50 people or so in there. Hofflick and Vossmeyer are in there debating something. Vossmeyer is arguing about how the taxes are going to bring about the ruin of the city. They have to be repealed. They have to be repealed tonight. Otherwise, the Wizard College is threatening to leave and disband all of their magical spells protecting Middenheim. The dwarves have already heavily reduced their defenses of the dungeons and catacombs underneath the city. And the engineers are threatening to disband the defenses as well. Everybody is very upset, usual posturing and so forth, saying taxes are terrible. Meanwhile, Hofflick is saying taxes are what's necessary. We have to pay people. We have to maintain the defenses. These are necessary, and all these wealthy groups have gotten rich off of Middenheim for years and years. They need to pay their fair share. Okay?
I'm looking at the crowd around us,
Okay.
trying to see if I recognize the old dirty bastard that shot me.
OGB.
Sorry, but
Any of the people from that house you're talking about?
yes, he
Yeah,
seemed
the
like
guy
he was
that
a
ran away.
relatively prestigious type of guy.
He
so-
was he was large and intimidating, certainly. You don't recognize anybody along those lines here.
Okay.
Most of the notables that would be in the palace are here, the ones that have standard duties and so forth.
The Lady Heinfeld here.
No, she's not.
Okay.
The physician, Luigi, is here. Most of the other, let's see, what are the other ones? The champion is here. The Graf is sitting on his throne off on the side. Honestly, just tuned out. Looks like he's still in a stupor, completely oblivious to what's going on, just letting them argue and debate.
Do you know how to read and write?
No.
Okay.
This is a continuous problem we
Just
have.
draws pictures.
I'm going to see if I can approach.
She's playing some picture books, and you're fine.
Hofflick.
So they're busy.
I understand.
They're not.
has to have a desk or table that he's working from. That he's
No,
got.
they're standing, posturing, and giving speeches and so forth in the center of the room while the court's observing.
So I'm going to try to do the whole. Are people sitting down or walking? I'm trying to get a good. So there's groups of people, or have people walking around listening, and they're not really participating. Right?
They're not participating. It's the two law lords, and then a couple of the other officers of the court are nearby, paying more attention. Like Yosef is there, keeping an eye on things and paying attention to it. But ultimately, it's up to the law lords to debate and make the decision.
Yosef, you're a drug dealer, dude.
Yep. I'm gonna walk up to Yosef.
Okay.
And then you said, what is Olivandrel here?
Olivandrel is not.
Okay.
The other elf is off on the side, sitting there tuning a lute.
Okay.
Seems kind of bored at this point.
Nobody's paying attention.
I just get up to where I stand next to him and I say, so what was the purpose of your purchase of that Renault's Delight? I say under my breath to him.
He looks at you and says, I have no idea what you're talking about, and walks away.
I say, as he's walking away, kidnapping's a sin as well. And I move over, I start walking away from him.
Okay.
I'm going to head towards...
You see him heading over to a couple of the guards.
That's fine.
Oh no.
I'm going to walk over towards... Vossmeyer.
Okay.
I know he's currently debating.
Yeah, he's debating. He's out in the middle of the
Are there
room.
any supporting court officials on his side?
Some of them are. Most of them are not. Most of the court seems to be in favor of the taxes.
Okay.
You're not sure whether it's because of influence or because of a convincing speech.
Right.
But between Vossmeyer and Hofflick, they seem to be roughly equal as far as their influence and so forth.
I have a quick question. Out of game.
Nope.
Okay, in Altdorf from.
Go ahead.
In Altdorf, remember when I mentioned Skaven to the military effectively, and they said keep that quiet. If like one of us were to bring a Skaven head as proof, like if we said like they are responsible for multiple crimes throughout the city, would that like help, or bringing a head would not?
Do you have one?
No.
Okay. I guess
if,
it's
if
theoretical.
we got one.
Is
So-
Ehrlich?
So my question is you. How are you going to press charges against a state?
Ehrlich is the one that you're
No,
protecting.
he's just that there's
No,
proof
like
that
we
Skaven
would have
are-
proof. Like if we.
And then
So the other
The
ones that
nobles
you
know
see here are Wallenstein,
But it would show that they have.
Albrecht Helseher, the chief wizard. Siegfried is right standing behind the Graf. Ulrich Schutzmann, the watch commander, is here. Now currently talking to Yosef with several of the guards.
Okay,
And it looks like sending a couple of the guards your direction.
that's fine.
Okay.
Slogan are much more friendly if you always
Relaine is off on the side. And that looks like all the notables.
As I pass,
And there's probably a couple dozen other people that you don't recognize necessarily.
I'm assuming there's other exits to this particular room that I can move away from the guards out of this room.
You can head out of the court, yes,
Okay.
out the main doors. All the other ones have guards, and they seem to be alerted to your presence.
Okay.
They're not moving aggressively, but they seem determined.
Okay. I look right at the captain of the guard,
Okay.
and all I do is tip my hat. You know, basically,
Okay.
actually it's my hood. Kind of pull my hood down.
Okay.
I'm trying to walk out
Okay.
and see if they let me leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do. They don't seem to pursue you or anything. They just make sure that you leave the court.
All right. I was
Okay.
hoping that was all they were going to do.
And then they start shooting arrows.
Yeah, they just weren't doing distance, they get the bonus.
That's right. They didn't want to hurt anybody really important.
But I see if what I did, causing even that little bit of stir, interrupted the guy who's really for the taxes. Did it cause him to look over or take notice
No.
or anything?
No. No, they seem lost in their debate. Okay,
Well-
the two of you, I assume you leave with him?
Well, who was it? The guy that you kept talking. I can't
Joseph
tell
Sparsum.
how to spell these names.
Okay.
Yosef is the one that I followed.
The
to where
Chancellor.
He was supposedly purchasing when Nulls Delight. He purchased it from the wizard chick that he torched.
Mhm.
And I was hoping he would ask
I
questions
didn't
from her.
torch anyone. I followed the rules. It was the priest this time.
All right, somebody torched her. So,
Right, nuked her 100.
and then nobody, well, and then nobody asked any questions. I was really wishing I was there the whole time.
Mhm.
But pertaining to that, so but yeah, he's the primary bad guy that I could have had information about, but I really didn't.
What
follow
does he
the right
do
steps.
after he basically sends the guards to escort him out? Basically?
Well, the guards are heading towards you too.
Oh, me?
That's why I'm asking if you're sticking
Oh.
around or going.
I thought they were heading for him, not
They
me.
were because I'm assuming you're sticking with the elf. He left the court as soon as the guards were sicked on him. Are you sticking around to answer the questions?
No,
Okay. So you head out with the elf and are ejected from the court.
not me.
Okay. Meanwhile, the other two of you start asking around the court or the palace for Lady Heinfeld. Give me a basic charm roll. Unless you have any courtly etiquette or anything like that.
I have etiquette cultists.
Okay, that does not apply. And if you are not gold status, then give me you have a penalty of 20.
Okay.
You gotta be going by now.
Nope. Priest never did gold. That is.
That's why wizards are superior.
One of the many reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, 102.
102. Okay. You ask around. Apparently, Lady Heinfeld is not on the premises today.
Okay.
She is out in the city doing business at the final day of the festival.
Does anybody have any idea where
sorry.
in the city?
No, she doesn't share such information with the staff.
That was fellowship.
What's that?
That was with him. Was I not
Yeah.
helping him?
Yeah.
So fellowship roll.
We got the
It's
information
charm.
we needed.
It's charm if you want to try to get more information. Again, what's your social status?
Copper,
Would they be using
bronze.
Copper, you got a minus 40.
Brass
would
3.
they be using gossip?
I'm not doing
Gossip
that.
would work. Gossip could work
I
too.
think I would have a.
This really isn't gossip. This is more
Mini
charming
of
the
39.
people there for
Well,
real
gossip's
information.
like talking
As my
to general
fellowship.
groups of people looking for
Right.
information.
Negative
Right.
21.
That's what they define the scale as.
19.
Well, no, if you're bronze classification, they're not talking to you at all.
Yeah, I'm silver 4.
Yeah, you're a servant. Why would they answer any of your questions?
And by the way, priests do get gold. As a matter of fact,
They do.
level 4 priest is gold too.
you just
Warrior
keep
priest.
Do not.
Silver 4.
yeah. Okay.
Speaking
Wow.
of priests,
They get
I should go
gold.
back, I should go back to being a priest.
not really that important to what we're currently doing.
Okay.
But
Then we'll hold off till later. Okay.
You need a
So what-
theological library.
What did you guys want to do?
I have that for magic
I'm
library.
gonna go. There's nowhere. It's just no lead.
Magic
Wander
library
around
and
the
magic
city.
workshop.
Temple. Are you asking me to?
No, I'm waiting for them.
I'm gonna go to the Red Moon Inn.
Okay.
I'm going to go to my gnome friend who sent my sword in to the flame.
You mean the dwarf?
So you're going to the Temple of Ulrich? The pawn shop?
The pawn shop.
Okay.
I know it's kind of random, but I realize
Very random. So you're going to the
won't
pawn
have the
shop.
chance to get it.
Okay. You're going to the Red Moon Inn by yourself, apparently. Where are the elf and the soldier going?
Corrected, the Red Moon Inn is a death trap.
I really think the only other place that we
I haven't done
could
anything
get a
nefarious
lead
there.
is the tomb. With the
very much have.
with the Skaven might be.
Well, that's where I plan on
Yeah.
going next. But if
Yes.
people scattered, then I guess we're
I
going to
don't know where we don't have exactly where the Skaven are, do we?
Yeah. We do.
Yeah, the
Temple of Moor.
The Temple of Moor and the Catacombs.
In the catacombs, I thought, but just like randomly,
They'll be all over. Don't worry.
catacombs.
According to the dead body, they were to give the niece to the Skaven at midnight tonight in the catacombs below the Temple of Moor.
Okay, that's too late for us to deal with that.
Like midnight tonight it's over.
The start of the illuminations of Black Pool.
I'm all for seeing the noble get hung. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down for it. We just gotta have the evidence to.
No, I mean we got one right now.
He's
cool if
he's
we
talking
fire
about
him.
having our noble get hung. That's what he's talking about.
Ehrlich?
Yeah, he said he'd go forward and proclaim.
Trying to worry about this priest of ours now.
Sacrifice Ehrlich.
I want to actually try to, since we're not going to go do the rat thing yet, unless people want to go see if there's any like pre-setups or anything like that.
I think we need to figure out about this axe and then probably do your pigeon thing. And that's probably the only connections we can do in the time frame we have.
Okay.
Either that or just break down the dude's door and then deal with any legal punishments as we go.
I just don't think I'm okay with that, but I don't think if I genuinely thought there was evidence, if he'd be dumb enough to keep evidence in his personal quarters, 100%, I'd be over there smashing the door in right now. I just don't think he's dumb enough to do that.
Bad guys are always dumb. I've heard it.
like the kidnappers hit on.
Yeah, if they're
secret
smart enough, they
panel
just
underneath.
wouldn't break the law.
Right.
Okay. Meanwhile, the three of you wander around the city for an hour or so. The humming of the axe, which I believe you currently own the axe, or you never gave them the axe. Okay, so you own the axe. The humming is strongest in the southwest section of town.
Oh my gosh.
What's in the southwest?
The
That's where we're-
genre.
That's where we were staying.
No.
Yeah, I thought we were staying in the
Technically,
southwest.
yes.
No, we were staying near the middle of town.
Okay.
Thank
Yes,
This is,
technically.
Yeah.
we're staying
this is the
southwest.
slum.
No,
This
we were
is-
not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Southwest
that's
is
where the
here.
genre
Yes,
is.
and
That's not where we were staying.
We were staying here.
So do we
That's
walk
not southwest.
around in the hood now? This is not very good architecture
Southwest
back here,
is-
dude.
Lies like that.
Think of all
I
the
see what you mean.
improvements you can make
And
someday.
then take
Yeah.
that off.
Just start
God.
taking notes while we walk through. This is garbage.
Hey, you might have an infinite.
Drowned
well,
rat.
no.
Okay.
Never mind.
Let me go back to the Middenheim
Alright.
map.
We're gonna
So
go burst down the
specifically
Down Rat store and start fucking murdering everybody.
in Ostwald, which is down here, this section.
Okay.
So the hood.
ramp is given.
Okay.
I can't see it.
Yeah, I can't see that either.
It's-
Ostwald.
Bottom of-
Southwest section,
Okay.
Okay.
below. Wolf.
It's over here.
It seems to be strongest in the northwest section of Ostwald.
This
So-
is
About here.
No, I think
Around
this is-
about there.
I think it's right here. The
Northwest.
Sons of Ulrich hideout.
Which, yes,
there?
seems to be along the lines of the location where you were given for their secondary hideout.
There's also a marker on the map
Where?
that says Sons of Ulrich hideout.
The what?
No, there isn't.
I don't have that.
I have it. I'm hovering over it right now.
Well, that's not it.
Yeah.
That's the Drowned Rat. Drowned Rat and the Sons of Ulrich hideout is all one and the same thing.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh yeah, there is a
I
Sons
have
of
a
Ulrich
marker
hideout
on my
marker.
map.
Dude, it's murder hobo time.
Fireball the building.
I know all about me
You
not
didn't
murdering
find
those.
that.
I'm not
So
following
then-
that.
No, those were
Huh?
I'm not falling for that. You guys tell me not to burn a thing, then you guys burn things. So it's like,
the W end of the knife.
So this is the
For the
closest.
record, I haven't burned anything.
That's the strongest
Here.
that the axe
Journals.
hums.
Hit
This
the
is
pin.
the same group that has the locket that the Blood Moon Lady.
Where are the
I mean, I might.
Apparently, yes.
Okay, supposedly.
I might. Well, no, I'm not with you, sorry.
Okay.
So never mind.
I'm
Me-
over to break in.
Okay, so that's what you guys find before you presumably head back to regroup with the group,
Yeah.
unless you wish to do something specific.
not even like that.
No,
Okay. And again, it's not a high precision sort of instrument.
right.
Yeah.
It's a vague humming that gets slightly stronger the closer you get. That's about it. It seems to be strongest in that area, which would
It
line
was-
up with that location you were given,
Okay.
and so
We
forth.
destroy this one. Go to
So that's
Okay.
where the other
next
part of the
one.
tracker is, correct?
The other,
Presumably.
presumably the other axe.
Okay.
According to
Which-
him, the axes can sense the presence of each other.
Well, I wouldn't know any different, so I'd go
So-
off what he says.
As his is humming, the other one's
Yeah.
humming.
So as we're getting closer, he realizes we're getting closer. So
I hopefully disabled it from doing it the other way.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I believe in you. So we should go back and tell him that
I might be able to get
everything we need is in this one spot.
Okay. Meanwhile, you head to the Red Moon Inn. I believe by yourself because he was going to the pawn shop. Okay. Red Moon Inn is just opening for business in the early afternoon by the time you get there. Relatively quiet. Bartender, a couple of other servers, and so forth. They see you walk in.
What was the name of the chick that ran this place?
Ava Dietrich.
Dietrich. I've had a couple of run-ins with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not hostile, but not amicable either.
Wait till you, yeah.
And she was she in the back when I talked to her? Did she always come up to the bar?
Bit of both.
Mm-hmm. She'd come out and perform
Uh-huh.
at midnight.
And I told you, along with everybody else, hey, his debt is for everyone.
That's fine.
Okay, so you walk in. Notice a couple of things. The bartenders there cleaning the cups, getting ready for service for the afternoon.
Right.
There's a handful of waiters and waitresses tending to the small number of participants or people that are there at the bar having lunch or drinks or whatever in the afternoon. Over in the corner, waving at you, dangling a glass of champagne, is Lady Heinfeld, a couple of her bodyguards standing next to her.
You found her.
Okay. I'll walk over there all confident and
Okay.
nonchalant.
Greetings, priest.
Greetings, may I sit with you?
Certainly.
What you drinking?
Wine. Passes over some wine to you. So,
I'll take it.
have you investigated those hints that I gave to you the other day?
There are so many things going on at the moment that I'm trying to
Yeah,
so many
but see,
threads that I'm plucking at. as it
It's the
were.
knife closest to the neck that you should really be cautious about.
I agree with you. And when she says that, I just kind of look around the room like, I appreciate your warning. I really do. And an eye has been kept on said individual. Do you have any more information for that regard? Because you know me, I'm not opposed to burning a heretic.
Well, heretic might be a bit strong. We'll say more diametrically opposed beliefs.
Well, he's an Ulrichian douchebag, of course.
Well, that's mild.
So where do you fall on the theological spectrum? I bet you're a lady of non-denominational.
Correct.
Yes, yes. To that end, actually.
My faith is more in opportunity.
Well, for that, I hear there's an opportunity. I'm about to fucking talk myself into my own murder.
Split evenly 8 different ways.
I hear that. I hear there's an opportunity to repay a debt for one of my compatriots that I have somehow acquired.
Okay.
I'm supposed to repay you some lost necklace or whatever.
Not me.
No?
No, not her.
Fuck!
You know.
See, so many
And-
threads, woman. I cannot keep track of this shit.
And certainly the debts that your friend owes me is not something you could repay.
Fair enough. Fair
That's our
enough.
sword in the
There are other opportunities that have come to mind in this town, such as the ability to profit off of the trade of one individual to another. Of one individual to another.
The fighting pits, they seem are very lucrative.
I'm thinking more something more subterranean.
Subterranean.
That's
Oh, if you're speaking necromancy, such things are illegal.
You know what I'm talking about, you clever woman. I'm talking more about slave trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've recently come across a product that was destined for sale this evening. And I would very much like to meet the individuals involved.
I wouldn't I'm surprised a priest such as yourself of Sigmar would be involved in such things. That seems so beneath you.
It is beneath me. That's why I'm trying to track it down and deal with it.
That's what she said.
I took a big old slug of wine. Like, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Better than the swill I normally drink.
Mm-hmm.
So, you wouldn't happen to be able to facilitate such a meeting of monsters, would you?
Not in this city.
Okay. Would you happen to know where somebody who might be able to do that in a very rushed manner?
I've heard certain contacts here at the Red Moon Inn might arrange for such things.
Yeah, okay.
If you were to be on the good graces of Ava.
I'm not necessarily on the...
As she tells me, your group really isn't these days.
My group is a bunch of damn misfits, okay?
I have noticed that.
We do what we can. We have such a broad range of capabilities and backgrounds that it's hard to... It's like shepherding cats, you know, feral alley cats. You just can't really take care of them. The best thing to do is just put most of them down. And if you had any information towards that, I would be more than grateful. I might even repay you.
It's a shame. The only good one that you had was that gunslinger.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The only real valuable stock, that is.
Well, he's still walking around though.
Okay.
You don't have any leads on him, do you?
No.
He's just
Why am I
standing
here?
next to
This broad always talks in circles. It's so fucking annoying.
Rod.
It was supposed to come here to talk to the owner of this place.
Yeah.
I know.
And you met her, and then it
I
was
know.
all over.
I'm fascinated by this one.
I know.
It just drives me nuts. I'm gonna retire my character and run off with her. I'll wear her collar. Hey man, maybe it's really good.
Don't hit on the grind.
Okay, so I'm on a time crunch. I would love to continue this conversation, but
Feel free to visit me in Nordland.
yeah, I have my understanding of the Nordland is that people of my persuasion are not welcome there.
There's plenty of uses for people.
How does a woman such as you come from a land so savage? How do you get in good graces? It drives me bonkers. How do you get into good graces with the Graf? How do
Heredity.
Heredity? Who are you related to?
I'm a noble from Nordland, of course.
I look at her bodyguards like...
They're just glowering at you.
Whatever, pussies.
And then they evolve.
The first bodyguard grabs you with all four arms.
A little scorpion. I called down a goblin on myself.
Scorpion tail just...
No, my family is quite established in Nordland. We've ruled various areas for generations, so
Interesting.
those of royal blood are bound to establish certain relationships.
So do you have a royal title?
Of course.
What's it? What's your title?
I am Lady Heinfeld, of course.
Oh, the lady is such a broad, generous term. Like, do you
Well,
have your own keep, or are you
Of course.
your own land?
I have my own grounds. Visit me in Nordland. I will show you the sights.
Well, this is the jail cell. This is the
This is where you'll be staying.
This is the.
And again, I have it under good authority that one of your party is not to be trusted.
the elf, I'm sure, but it's
Perhaps.
who would trust? Who would really honestly trust a savage from the Rikian clan? Nobody. Nobody with any common sense. Not especially after what. Look at the way they treat each other in the temple or in the court.
Sure.
Kidnapping each other and shit. It's horrific.
But none of my people would have interfered with the Colosseum.
So you think Okay, well,
Oh my gosh, that's great.
who do you? Well, okay, who do you know?
I
Come on.
don't.
Who do you suspect?
I don't. I know one of your party is to be suspect.
And she
And
got
you-
through her own.
We've obviously know who we're talking about here. So, do you think he's implicated in the loss of Milton?
I have my agents have told me there was interference in the Colosseum. It was of interest to me.
By who? By
I don't know.
I'm gonna kind of nod over towards the bar. By other people's?
You indicating the bartender?
No, the owner of the place. Come on.
Oh, by Ava? No, she.
What about the drowned rat or the sunken rat or whatever the hell?
I don't know who else was involved.
Why am I talking to you?
Other than one of your party was directly involved.
She could be talking about Milton. She could be talking about Milton.
I'm dumb little idiot that runs around in circles. Come on.
Not now. All right. Well, as fascinating as this conversation is, I'm wasting daylight, and I have to get this done before the tax lords set this city on fire today. So you're a woman who likes a good profit. You understand the politics of nation states, then.
Yep.
These taxes are going to destroy all of us. There's obviously opportunity, and for those people who are willing, there's plenty of opportunity within war. But
Sure.
I need your help. We need to stop this plot today, right now.
And what would you ask of me?
I need evidence of the kidnapping and who's behind it.
What kidnapping?
Man, now you die.
No, now I know. Yeah, I'm going to do a read on her. Is there any way I can tell if she's being genuine?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a sense motive. Intuition.
Okay.
Every game uses different terminology.
Not the worst skill.
Insight.
45 plus 56, 100.
Okay.
No,
Can
I
you
got
give
the
me-
plus 10 bonus.
Yeah.
from
Can
this.
you give me
So-
a blind GM roll, however, because you don't know whether you actually get any
I
information.
mean,
or
that's
not.
a fair point.
Damn you, you're
101.
Private GM roll.
Yep.
Blind GM roll. Okay. Roll. Come on. Roll D100 plus. What is it? With the plus 10, so 66.
Okay. I got that.
All right.
Okay. She seems genuinely unaware of the plot to kidnap the girl, Rhea.
Okay, I have some valuable information that you might be able to capitalize on. But I need your assistance. I'll trade information with you, but I need your assistance in getting more.
Okay.
So-
I do love a fair trade.
Great. On faith, I will tell you the information, and then you can tell me how you can help me later.
Okay.
Okay? So, a gesture of good faith. So far, you've been
Are you helping?
somewhat reliable, actually, surprisingly, and you're just a damn good-looking woman. So, I'm going to tell her of the plot to kidnap the tax lord's son, or daughter, or niece,
One of them.
the child, and I'll
There's a
basically
baby
give her a
Grogu.
quick rundown of everything that's happened up to this point. I'll basically lay it all out on the table for her.
Okay.
And man, I'm putting my biscuits out there. But
You gonna tell the whole story or a part of the story?
I'll tell her.
First, I was an urchin. And then,
Start at the beginning.
And then my friend got shot in the head.
I owe Milton everything.
Start at the beginning. First, I was eating out of the dumpster. I had rags.
I won't tell her of any of
First
the
Asian
plot
noble.
up until we get here, right? I won't tell her about the purple hand or any other bullshit, but I will tell her about
And that's the end of the day.
why we're trying to stop this from happening, I've been asked by the Grand Theogenes. We've got there's obviously players within the court that are doing this. We suspect it's the one tax lord, but there's got to be accomplices out there. We know there's a guy out there who,
Wait a minute.
who very much reminds us of one of your brutes of all things. That's why I came to you. And when I say brute, I just kind of point at one of them, just as insultingly as I can, dismissive. And yeah, I'll spill beans.
Okay.
While slowly drinking the wine while I do it.
She absorbs it all, listens intently to your story. At the end, she says that's a very interesting conundrum you have. I guess the question I would have is, what would be the motivations of any such parties?
I've never understood the motivation of slavers, so that...
Well, from what you've told me, there is no slavery involved.
Well, why would... Okay, fair enough. Why would a human be sold to the Skaven for anything other than food? Or experiments, I guess.
Well, that's...
But we don't know. I don't know anything about the fucking Skaven anyway.
That's a symptom of the rot. You know it because everybody's been filling everybody in.
No. I mean, as characters, we don't know shit about Skaven.
Yeah, you know very little about Skaven. As far as you know, mythological. But fundamentally, her view is the Skaven is a symptom of the rot.
Right. The whole core.
What's the rot itself? What's the problem? Is it, if you believe that the taxes are false, then what powers are encouraging the taxes and why? If you believe the taxes are true, then what forces are fighting against them? From her standpoint, taxes make complete sense. Middenheim and Altdorf are facing a war in Talabheim. They need money. They're poor. That's part of her reasons for being here. It's for trade and commerce, to bring goods to Middenheim, because they're fighting a war to the east and civil unrest.
But the two states are fighting each other to raise taxes to fight a third party. It would make more sense in the long run for the two states to combine forces and combine efforts.
But the Empire's never been that organized.
It can be with the proper leadership.
There we go.
I've played Total War 3 and 2.
Short of being...
Well, that's your issue. You not played 1.
Yeah, short of being a traitor to the crown and declaring the king unfit, Altdorf and Middenheim serve their own purposes, their own means.
Right.
Them collecting taxes to pay for a war makes complete sense. Neither can be found to be weak.
So how do I go about declaring the graph unfit?
She takes a long drink of the wine and puts it down and says, that I wouldn't do. Unless you have means of proving it. That would certainly be an unfit option. And the graph doesn't really hold much of the power other than that of the final signature. It's the law lords that make the decision.
Right, and now we have one law lord kidnapping another law lord's niece, forcing him, and then very likely manipulating others within the court because, yeah, like the champion, it's the champion, right, that's been brainwashed? Yeah, the champion, have you talked to that guy? He is clearly brainwashed.
No, I don't bother with him.
I know, he's beneath your status, I get it. Much like myself.
So from what you've told me, at this point, you have 2 law lords presumably against the taxes.
And 2, 4.
1.
1, 4.
There's only 3 law lords.
Huh.
No, 3.
Okay.
3 and then
Okay. So, if your conclusion is the taxes should not be passed, it sounds like such would happen. If your conclusion is the taxes should be passed, then perhaps intrigues upon intrigues, you're playing your part in the plot.
I don't really care. Well, I do care about the tax situation, but I'm more honor bound to bring the girl's kidnappers to justice.
Okay.
So I have to deal with some of the seedier elements of society, and I just kind of to get where I need to be, but I'm not gonna let it go that a man was willing to give a little girl to the Skaven to further some stupid political plot.
The Skaven, is that a thieves guild?
Tony's a race out from this guild.
People are trafficked every day in the Empire. One more or less girl is inconsequential in the grand scheme of things.
Sure, but I mean, if
When thousands or hundreds of thousands may die to a war,
now we're getting into my ethics class.
she's simply providing an alternative perspective.
This would be a
From her
conversation.
standpoint, as a noble, peace and stability is what's important.
Right.
Traffic
So don't you think that
war.
even if the taxes are just, which I'm not going to say they are, I'm not
Okay.
there. I'm not. I can't see the big picture on that. I can't see the big picture on keeping a war from 3 different countries from happening. Top of mind. As
Technically, Tabaclan's already with war with itself. Kind of.
There's border skirmishes that are already breaking out.
right.
The problem is that the Crown and the Empire can't really mobilize a major force without raising taxes, gathering money, and so forth. It's expensive.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so Middenheim is, at least in her view, responding by generating taxes to pay for defenses and pay for the military to deal with the oncoming threat. So one possibility is the taxes will lower the defenses of the city, or not having the taxes will lower the defenses of the city.
Well, one we've immediately already seen. So the taxes haven't even been in effect, and already Engineers Guild has left. Effectively, the dwarves.
They're protesting, but has any of it reached a boiling point?
No, to be honest, but that's. I mean,
So what force is out there?
but they're doing the whole distract them with circuses thing.
Okay.
So what happens in a week when there's no circus and everybody can't eat because they just had to pay all their profits into taxes?
Yeah.
They had the rock holiday.
God damn it, we're into sociology and shit. All right.
Like I said, she doesn't have any specific answers, but she's willing to bounce ideas and give you an alternative perspective. Okay. She doesn't seem to, from your insight, have any knowledge of the plot to kidnap Raya or anything like that.
Well, that's
doesn't
good.
have any involvement
That's a positive.
from your information.
I think
Okay.
the issue you're having is you're having an ethics seminar with a thief who actively hired to kill
of
people.
what's generally going on, because I
No,
feel like
I'm
I'm
also
also
a
different
warrior
stories
who
that
turns
happened
people off
about
suspicious.
everything that's going
So-
on.
Well, okay, so
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the general situation, because it feels like it's a whole different issue.
what do you
So
mean?
just
It will be our
what is
problem.
going on now? What's the issue? And just tell me what that is. Because it feels like there's a different issue going on with different numbers and stuff like that. So just give me, the new case right now of what's going on.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Okay. There's a festival going on.
Yes.
There's taxes that are being passed. Various groups are upset about the taxes. Some groups are saying the taxes are justified. Okay. Now, in amongst it, there is apparently a champion that was hypnotized to support the taxes. There was a law lord whose niece had been kidnapped and forced to vote one way or the other for the taxes. And there is some other letters that you guys don't have any direct information on as far as that. Plus you have Ava, who's looking for some necklace, a singing axe, and so forth. You got lots of different threads going on. It all hasn't gelled together as such. Okay?
So that one person that was against the overall law things, was that the person that was being blackmailed with the niece, or is this a second
No.
person that's okay?
There's 3 law lords.
Okay, that's why I wanted to make sure that we
understand.
weren't going with the one, and we have still 2 against in this overall.
That's what I thought.
That's
No.
that's what I thought you were just
Right, no,
describing.
there are 3.
So I thought, okay, we're just now.
There are 3.
Spinning our wheels.
There's
Yeah.
3 law lords that ultimately make the laws that have passed the taxes. Okay? There is Vossmeyer, who has always said he's against the taxes. There is Hofflick, who was blackmailed and has been voting for the taxes. And there is, I'm sorry, Ehrlich. And then there's Hofflick, who Ehrlich has accused of being the blackmailer without proof. And Hofflick has always been voting for the taxes. So between the two of them, the taxes are in effect and will be signed into permanent law at midnight. Okay. Now, Heinfeld is, based on his explanation of all the events that have gone on, is simply giving you a alternative perspective. Okay? Take it or leave it. Based on his 66% insight, she may be lying to him.
Is that what I told him?
No, that was your bonus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna play confusing legal text.
Too late.
He's been holding on to that
Okay.
card.
Now, you guys can ultimately make whatever decision you want. You have lots of different threads going on. And I'm not trying to confuse the basic plot, other than the plot is a very complex one. And I'm trying to give you opportunities to see all the different aspects. Because, being players, I know everybody tends to get tunnel vision of, this is what I think it is, therefore I'm going down that road. Okay? Take a step back, look at all the aspects. Like I said, it's a mess of stuff. Now, like you've commented a couple of times out of game, there's been a number of threads that people start to pursue. You go halfway down and everybody gets distracted and goes in a completely different direction. Pick one or two and follow it to its conclusion.
Yeah, but if we did that, the problem is the overarching plot. If we did the one thread off this way, we're going to miss the deadline on the overarching plot, and then potentially millions of people are going to suffer.
Yes, but if you start all of the plots just a little bit, you're going to have the same problem.
Well, that's the problem. We can't figure out. Am I wrong? We can't figure out what exactly thread is part of the plot. It seems to all kind of be interconnected.
Have you come back and given us the information?
No, because I really want to go talk to Dietrich
It's
or
kind of a
whatever.
random
We
question.
know why they
And you might
kidnapped the kid to get the
fingers to
levers
Skaven
on the warlord.
How many
And
fingers
also
do Skaven
to
have?
get-
Yeah.
5.
Let me throw a wrench into
Okay,
your
so they're
thinking
not
on
like
that.
6
We
fingers.
don't really, right?
Okay, well.
We don't know
There goes
if the
possible
Law
range.
Lord set all that up as a way of
Should
screwing
still be
over the
Skaven
accent
thing.
thing. Because technically, he could have hired them to kidnap his own fucking niece, right?
Right.
Because we don't have any proof one way or the other.
And the premise I'm trying to get to is this entire campaign, you guys have found yourselves in bad situation because of a misinterpretation.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Not saying any of your theories are wrong or right. Just keep the possibility out there. Okay?
We tested that theory last session because that was originally our theory was he hired it for this overall thing. We tested that. Remember how we had
To
our
see
own
if we're falling
separate...
right into the trap.
Yeah, we separate her and stuff like that. So we tested it, and
Yeah.
from our intuition checks, he was genuine.
Okay.
Right. I remember.
So
I remember
we
that.
tested all of that.
Which is why I
So-
never gave it another consideration until until what Sean is just telling us in the conversation with her, where she's implying that it's a little gray area.
Or she may be evil to the heart and lying to you.
I know, and I love the woman for it. I don't know why.
The best test is to have him go vote. In all reality, if it's 2-1, that kills.
They're not gonna change the vote. It's already law. They're just debating the impacts and so forth.
We're trying to get them to re-vote.
Rescind
Right.
the vote.
Right, and they're not going to re-vote unless they have direct cause, which means you have to have proof that there was influence. And the only thing you have is one law lord who can call the name of the other guy.
Law Lord doesn't even need to call the name of the other guy. All he has to do is say, listen, I was voting this way because somebody had my niece. My niece could tell you who these people were, so I was under duress. Therefore, my vote is null, and we must bring it back to
It's
the vote.
already law. It's already been signed by the Graf. Unless he agrees that it can be re-voted, he's not going to change the
Well,
law.
then we need an audience with the graph.
Which we would.
We can perform for him again.
No. We could literally walk up to him. Because, remember,
I
I've
think that's where the guards
think
come in
his
and they go,
real-
"Hey, you
but
can't walk up to
But the
him."
Graf's real He's not going to
What happens if we kill the
just
graph?
take
Oh.
one of his lines.
Be that in,
I think Matt's getting tired of this
Then
campaign.
legally, the Graff's
Yeah.
son takes over.
Which one though? The
Question
sickly
about-
one?
Yes.
That's easy. to
He's
take
the
out.
only legitimate heir.
I
Dear
know.
God, that means
Question
Luigi has more authority. We cannot kill the Graf.
Question
But-
about Stefan.
The order of succession is until he is sworn in as the new Graf, the Law Lords take control.
Oh, that just means
In which
more
case our
taxes.
Let's just kill them.
Good question.
I'd say just wipe out the
Have we ever
entire
seen
palace
Stefan?
and start from anew.
Have you ever seen
Napoleon
Stefan?
will
Have you
No.
have
ever
charge.
seen Stefan?
So,
No.
He will take
you
over
said you don't
Spain.
have the powder keg. There's anything that's done that?
Hey,
Would
Who
this
wants to be Napoleon?
Legitimately? There's
George.
about to be.
didn't you get an audience with the
These
son?
people.
Yeah, they're gonna do
No.
something nefarious.
That's exactly it.
I wasn't there
That's
that
the,
session,
That's
so
the explosion
I
of
did
the
not
powder
get
keg.
an
That's what's going to cause it. Whatever the causation becomes, I have no idea.
for the
That's
town
about
guard
it.
and just
Everything's
go
sitting
roll
there.
that
It's
place.
just a house of cards waiting for
Like
their
go to
attack.
town guard, see if I
They're-
get a warrant and a few more guards. See if I can blow that place to smithereens.
He told us. He told
I'd
us
say
as
we
a
go
group
after your axe, people.
that there's
I
an
say we
attack
break
coming
that down
at whatever
and
time frame.
find the inevitable connection because it's all happening at the same day.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, let's just do this.
so let's
we
drop
do
everything we're
something.
talking about right now and let's go to the place that the axe was buzzing.
Yeah.
Just
something.
leave everything that you're doing right now.
Which is the same place that
Well, I
he-
can't really do that
Or
because
his
I'm
people are
Nope,
in
just
the
leave
necklaces- the
I-
necklaces
that's
supposedly
not
at.
how-
Oh well, if you're gone, we're just gonna leave you then.
I cannot physically do that if we were off in the middle of nowhere, and you suddenly want everybody to stop and go to one place.
We're going to
We
be
don't
meeting
have-
after each one's conversation.
Okay,
Right.
So
So that,
that's what we would be doing.
okay. So you guys have some things to think about. Meanwhile, you've talked to the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Okay. The dwarf is there.
I wonder.
Not gonna help you.
We don't.
I'm looking for
That is the one.
just come here, browse. Do you have
Okay.
Do you happen to have a map of a more detailed map of Midnight
That's why I wanted to.
in your hands, or perhaps the undertunnels of Midnight?
No. Don't have anything like that.
Okay. Do you have a item that could be used to locate the source of a magic enchantment?
Like a
or
wizard?
otherwise? Sort of. I have a magic item that has an enchantment on it, and I want to find the other aspect of the enchantment.
Well, one, we're not gonna find one.
Like a seeking spell.
Sort of like a seeking spell.
No.
I've tried seeking spells. They don't seem to work with this type of enchantment.
Okay.
We should look to see if he
Okay.
had his postmarking on
I also
On
do
him.
you have
it. Dead bodies.
an item that can
That's a good point.
George.
What?
Sorry. Did you ever actually take a look using your magic sight naturally?
That's what you paid me for, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Was the item magical, or is it just me being crazy? Just my character being insane?
I
My
told
sword.
you it's not magical.
Okay. That's fine. Then I'm just crazy. Just
You hearing voices, boy?
yeah.
Okay.
But
It's the chaos.
we don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look through.
Sure. He has a variety of old weapons and armor and things like that. Various trinkets. Nothing particular stands out unless you're looking for something in particular. But no, he doesn't have any specialized, dedicated magic items.
Do you by chance have an elf bow? And I
No.
know that's a rarity.
No, we do not have an elf bow.
Okay.
I heard there was one up by the palace.
worst case scenario, you get killed.
Yeah, I'm not stealing from that.
Okay. So. Okay.
That's all.
So late afternoon, you guys all gather up again.
I like it.
It's maybe we'll say 3 or 4 o'clock at this point. Okay.
We got to play.
Oh, okay.
You guys gather up. I'm assuming back at Erlich's house. The pigeon is still there, still safe. He's still safe. The guards are still out front, still on alert, paying attention. What's the plan? Elf is able to move his arms again.
That's good.
Okay,
Do
so
we do it in front of, or do we attempt to
Can't pull the bow.
work around?
we'll look at
I'm trying to find a bow for you. No.
I already have one.
Yeah.
George.
That would have been a waste of a lot of
So
money.
well, no, we just meant like the three of us are going to.
He's an elf. Every bow's an elf bow.
We can't. You got to play it or not.
Thad, there's a role-playing challenge for you.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So here we go.
Uh-oh.
So
All
the,
right.
so the three of us go out
Pigeon
and
pays
start.
attention.
It's like,
We're done holding secrets.
look,
Just discuss it with the group.
We're just having a
We
conversation.
will.
Just discuss it with the group.
You'll understand in the long run.
I'll just stand behind that. And
Just
listen.
like how I talk to the dead.
With the repeater pass on the back of his head.
I just
Please
pull.
speak.
I just pull out my notepad. Go ahead. I'll keep it on document.
So the role playing aspect is we stepped away from you, not that you would notice, but just so you know. So might not be a single thread to follow, but multiple threads go to the same place. Your axe, his group of powder keg zealots, his amulet that is necessary to keep us all alive. The one thing we thought about was we should have checked those bodies, not the burnt one obviously, but the other ones, for his symbol that has been burned into him, because he showed us that. We know that. We didn't know about what he did afterwards, but the symbol itself, again, that would have been another thread to show their involvement, especially as the town watch is hiding,
Or perchance a purple tattoo.
or even the purple tattoo, same deal. All of those are leading back there, and I'm not saying go scorched earth in there, but kind of thought maybe
I'd be fine going
we
for
could
it.
give him the axe and have him return it, because I believe obviously that guy is there, right? And if that's the case, he's probably the leader guy. He just happened to be there.
I believe that is a possibility. I believe that that's a death trap and a death sentence for me.
Well, you don't know that. We're just
Yeah.
happy to give you the axe to take.
We're going to give you the axe and point the direction. You're going to walk there.
Okay.
But
Go that way.
Elf, you're there with us, right there, floppy arm elf. So man, so we should be.
Don't want to go scorched earth, but we need a fire wizard.
No, don't be pointing fingers at me. Last mistake was the priest this time.
Did
I
we
feel
ever
like-
check that guy's office? Did you guys check his office?
No, he wasn't there.
What office?
You guys
No,
went up
he was in
to.
the
He
courtroom
actually went to the
talking
court.
to people.
That's where he works. That's where he was at.
That's
He
where he
doesn't
was
have
at.
an office.
Was he where he was working at? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's where I almost got arrested.
I mean, the only other place I could think is Hofflick was stupid enough to leave those notes if they were returned to him, or Erlich for that matter. If he is all just a scam, but I feel like most of the arrows are pointing to this.
I'm not going in
I-
that dude's house during the daytime. I can just tell you that right now.
I say we do this.
That would
Worst
not
case,
be a
we
successful
stop
option.
the threat of terrorist attack at midnight. Then we have accomplished at least something saving.
Another reason, and here's another reason why I believe that the cult.
All we have to do is kill the Graf.
Another reason why I believe that the
That's
cult
part two.
is
Erlich walks out of the
involved
room to get a sandwich.
is because what better way to force all of the outsiders outside of your city than raise taxes beyond what they can afford and make them all leave? That's exactly what they want. And if the taxes go through, I think they actively want the taxes to go through. So I think we have to actively stop that from happening, because that's that powder keg point that I think will set off everything else.
So do you want me
This
to?
guy went from being the spastastic retard
Yeah.
to just
I wasn't ever
randomly
retarded. If you
spit-
guys ever listen to what I
to
said, I had all
ran-
the answers.
to randomly spitting.
You just write down all the time. I can't write, so I say it.
To randomly
So-
just spitting random facts.
Right?
So,
Random facts.
am I getting to just write that you either want me to give him the axe or give him the axe in the neck?
That is, there we go. There.
Yeah, I like Plan B.
Plan B's
We're
a
not
good
giving
tweak,
him his axe back
but-
unless it's in his fall or something like that.
But that's the thing, is if he can somehow feel it.
There's no point. He is absolutely a hunted man, a wanted man, whatever. I mean, they know he's been wandering all over with us again.
Right,
And
but
he's told specifically not to associate with us.
I don't know. Is it?
He's a dead man.
Oh, perfect time. So, okay. So what? I mean,
Yeah, they like this plan.
I mean, we know where their second hideout is.
Yep.
right?
So, I'm more thinking is we leave the axe here. Then they don't know we're coming.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Then we go break down the door and find what information we can.
I don't like that idea.
Yeah, that's
Stand
not
back.
actually
Nobody's
half a
gonna
bad.
get you.
No, but
That's not half bad an idea.
that's not a half bad idea.
And I mean, that's where all
I'm
those.
taking the axe with us. The axe is gonna be mine.
You can keep the
I'm
axe.
sorry, I am not leaving the axe here. Nope.
You can keep the axe and get the second one.
That's it.
So I mean, we only need
I'll
one.
go up
one
and
of-
knock on the door.
We only need one of them alive, right? I mean, out of the whole group, we just need one. Or do we want like?
I
We
love
need-
our
if we
optimism.
could
We only
find-
need to leave one alive, guys.
If we could get the guy, that I saw leaving the building,
Correct.
the guy with the axe, if we can get him.
You can chase him
Fighting
down.
boss fight.
Right now that I know I know he's a bad guy. I mean,
Yeah.
before he was just telling me I had a nice little burnt chicken.
How many did
So
we see at that one point? There's like 20 of them, 2 dozen, 3
A
dozen.
lot.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can do it.
Their odds. Right.
How much do a lot of damage?
Yeah. So we got to
Watch
drive
me let's down the
outside.
door.
You got a war priest and a soldier. I mean, you don't need much more than that.
Shit.
seal the door closed.
Guy threw one axe and almost killed me. I'm like, good lord.
Wait, so the axe penetrates armor.
That axe jacked me up,
I
man.
think
Every axe penetrates armor.
That's fair point.
Yeah, that's kind of
So my question is with the three of us,
So the axe sets you to
is he
one
actively working with us, or is he actively
I
working
think the axe
against us?
sets you to one armor class.
Dad's character.
That's the issue. Like if he that before we bring him into that conversation, that's where I have my worry.
Heinfeld keeps telling me
I'm working with these
mysterious, like, she won't be specific, but she handed me his dog collar one day and has been like, somebody in your group is not to be trusted, they're going to betray you, etc., etc., etc. So, I'm not worried about you, not worried about him, I don't know about him. He's never around.
Middle of
so.
combat, he's gonna
So
go
we-
click and your ear's gonna shut off.
What I've been waiting for is he's like
it's gonna explode.
repeater, 7 bullets, pow 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 pow
I'm
pow.
polishing my repeater pistol. I'm ready to hit something.
So it turns out
Yeah,
you're
there's
just
bullets.
silencer.
You're usually supposed to shoot people not with it. Not
no,
hit
I'm gonna
people with
pistol
it.
whip everyone.
Out of the group, is it 4 or 5?
Polishes it up, make sure it's good, freshly
I don't know if I
loaded.
trust me.
I don't know if you trust me.
Okay. So, do we trust him enough to bring him into the conversation and make him part of the plan, or just make him the bait of the plan? Or
That's a bit of a plan.
Yeah.
But I have reasons
so
beyond.
do we want him to bring people
Reasons.
out, or do we want him to distract while we go in?
Well, I guess both of those things is alerting their position to us. So, I guess it ultimately depends if we're going to.
Murder our way through.
Yes.
Do you think? I think we might be past the time of talking. I mean, we did go down there and set one of their people's alight.
We could make a Molotov cocktail and throw it through one of their windows.
But then all the documents and stuff we have to pick up for proof that we're going here for is then destroyed.
Well, you see,
Maybe they have a paper shredder anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe the paper is fireproof because it can't be taxed.
I was literally about to say that. Maybe these guys really, really think ahead. They waterproof all their papers.
They knew we were gonna try and throw Molotov cocktails through the window.
Just in case we get firebombed, let's make our proof
Yeah.
resistant.
All of these documents that could frame us in this nice safe.
Can you make fire that only burns people, not paper?
No.
You're not a real fire.
Yeah, where's your control of fire, man?
I
Yeah.
like that one. Where is your control? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Burning all the flammable stuff.
Firefighter my ass.
If you're really good, you'd burn rock.
So the plan of where we're
I have
going.
done that before.
Plan of where we're going. Okay. What's our plan of attack?
Yes.
That's what. Yeah.
I could shoot a bullet through the front door
There's
and then run
ultimately-
away.
Ultimately,
door
I don't
on
think
the
they're going to
side.
come out to fight. Because it's going to be the typical thing of, we're going to fight them. Maybe one will come out. And then they're going to see that one gets killed. And then they're going to all barricade into the building. So
Or
I
use
think,
their-
I think trying to lure them out is not going to be effective.
Or use a
Especially
secondary
since we can't
escape.
smoke them out.
Right.
Why can't we
You
smoke
can't even
them
make
out?
smoke.
But every
Why
one
can't
of
we
these,
just throw bottles of
the
smoke?
overall rule of not starting a big fire in the town.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Is
On a
there
very
smoke
serious note.
grenades?
So,
Yes, on a very serious note, I want to try to find if anybody has access to the stink bombs, the sulfur-like grenades.
Oh.
The ones that'll make them choke, like a tear
Mustard
gas type
gas.
thing.
So every
He goes
place
straight to
we,
making them choke. You're like, yeah, can we kill them with the gas?
Mustard
every-
gas.
I mean, that would work too.
Do they have air vent? Like,
So
Yeah,
every
really?
so every place we've gone into has had some sort of secondary escape route.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every
that's-
single one. So even if you do that, even if it's smoke it or whatever, yeah, we'll kill some of the zealots, but in all reality, somebody's going to get away. So I think we need to. We don't have time to follow people all night, obviously. So
do you not think they're just gonna run away even
Yeah.
if we break in through the front
Well,
door?
that's what I'm saying. We need
that.
to figure out where the
know
back
two
door is,
entrances into
where
the
that
place.
escape
The front door
hatch
And
and
we
the
check the
side
back
door
of the
for the
place.
warehouse.
We're not going to the warehouse.
No, the front door.
and I think,
We're not
yeah,
going
well,
there.
and
Well,
I
that's
think
what
we
he's doing.
also, well, we also do need to bring that.
Haven't
Yeah,
they
we're
been
not
going to
going
the
down
sewers this entire time?
This is the
No,
No.
probably where the escape
No, it's
are.
just
not
not
here.
your
Yeah.
location.
There are no sewers here.
It just goes down into.
catacomb.
But if we bring the, if we bring the axe with us,
Okay.
yeah, they'll know we're there. But they're also, we're gonna be able to follow him whichever way he goes immediately. Now that we know the axe, what the axe does.
Okay.
I mean,
So we'll bring the axe.
so we can go ahead and mustard gas, firebomb the inside, whatever you guys want to do. But then we need to pay attention which way he's going.
I-
And I got.
I
the
think
bird.
I think we need to look around the building first,
Yeah.
so that we can.
I
look
already
for-
did that.
There's a
Okay.
giant cliff
So-
right here.
The approach is really, really. You're not going to get there without being seen.
Well, yeah.
There's easy lookouts all around. Although the buildings seem kind of close, I might be able to get there from roof to roof.
So Erlich says, so you guys seem to be thinking some sort of assault.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need anything?
Sulfur.
Healing potions.
Well,
Healing draughts?
Oh yeah, I told you we suck from this
And-
place.
I mean, a dozen personal guard.
Yeah. I was literally
How about
Yeah.
a royal militia?
He is not going to send these soldiers to get involved in anything along these lines.
right.
I mean, you asked.
The
Are there actual like sulfur bombs?
The priest of Shalia
Not enough,
left
though.
6 healing draughts
right.
for tending to additional wounds and so forth. So you may have that on the off chance anybody gets injured.
The only bombs in the book are incendiary and
Yeah,
just
there are-
basic explosive.
Yeah, they're
I'm
just
going to take
explosive
2 of those
bombs.
droughts since I'm
However you wish. Okay.
I'll pick two
if-
everybody else does.
If there's any basic gear, he can probably find and outfit you. Okay.
armor class 20.
Just
Can I get full plate from head to toe?
He cannot provide that in the time that you have.
Yeah, no.
Can I get like?
With my seal being
I got a
transferred
cheap shirt.
over.
No.
I already have
No
changed
two
shirt.
healing drops.
I'm armor type 14, DB 13. wound
Does anybody else want
66.
2 healing drops? The last 2?
My God.
I'm a
Do you
warrior.
want to do
Welcome to academics.
No shit. You must think if you're
They're
like
with
the
us.
shit he was taking.
They
we
filled
killed
you.
you.
Why do
They
you
filled
think
you
I've
in
been
now.
sitting out
We're in the
combat every
conversation's
single
open.
time? Because if I get smacked, I'm gonna die instantly.
Like I said, they give you 6 healing draughts. He can provide you with armor type 5 or 6, 9, 13, or he has a single breastplate 17 that's pretty old.
I'll take 2 of the potions healing.
Is there anything he can give me for more wounds?
How many do you have in schema?
Healing draughts.
None?
Those will give me.
Suggests to
You have
drink
none
it
on you.
or use it after
I
taking
used
a
them
wound.
all in our
Oh.
raid on the small
Yeah.
little
I might not be alive after I take wounds to drink that.
You might not.
Whatever it was.
I could always just walk around and wait for like something to open and see if anybody runs out the back, and then that's when I shoot him. My plus 54.
So, are we going for a captive or not?
I think if we can get a captive, great. But we don't want a captive. We want to capture Axeman.
Okay.
Axeman.
That's, I mean, legitimately, he's going to have the most information. He's got the most to do with all this stuff, and we know the connection between the two. We may have to beat the information out of him, but that's why I'm going to ask for a set of knuckle dusters.
Well, we have to beat him. We've already proven all we have to do is go hire one of those wizards, right?
Yeah.
We just kill him.
Okay, well.
But,
wheel a corpse in front of the craft.
All
right,
except
now
the
hear me
corpse
out.
doesn't have to answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It can't lie, but it also is not
refuse.
particularly willing.
Right.
So the what was
I
it gonna be?
think he should be our main goal to capture the
I'll
graph.
tell the guy.
The big beefy guy with the axe.
Oh.
No, we're killing the grass.
What did this evolve into?
I described the leader
evil.
I stopped
to
listening.
everybody.
Okay.
Stopped
So you guys
You know
all.
what their terrorist
The
attack is
leader
gonna
of
be.
his group?
Yes.
So does it sound like the big guy?
No, it is
No,
not the big
it is
guy.
not him. Okay,
'Cause
so
I got a very good look at the big guy that shot me in the chest.
yeah.
For arm. Both.
So we've got two possible targets then, if he's there.
The large Reiklander with the scar on his forehead carries a double-bladed axe with a chipped blade.
Okay.
That is the
Stormcaller.
Yeah.
The building we're going to presumably assault, does it have windows?
Oh yeah, my very, very
Yes.
intricate
Yes.
definition.
And
Well,
we
I
already know
mean-
they got magic potential.
Yes,
Is
but
Stormcaller a magic name? Like from your lore, does it bring up any?
How about just
The name Stormcaller just sounds like it'd be magic. You know, like they're a magic.
I believe
Yeah,
in
but my last
magic.
name is Manley. And, come on.
That's how he got the beard.
well.
It's
Well,
why you
I
give
was
stern
thinking-
looks to the
I was
60-year-old
thinking
man in the
if you're
Walgreens
trained,
line.
if the engineer's trained in explosives
yes, he
and grenades, throwing a grenade in the upper window as we're busting in the bottom way would be a good idea.
Does someone
You
have
put
the
too
arm
much
strength to
confidence in
throw a
your
grenade
technology.
up into the top window?
Well, if you're
Definitely
the engineer,
does.
you're obviously trained.
You want me to make a catapult to just
You guys put too much confidence in your technology.
the grenade-a-pult? License.
We're Peter
License
Grenader.
patenting.
Oh my god. I love
You
that.
are engineer. We're Peter Grenader, my friends.
Do you want to
I'm
take
just
an
trying to
hour to
figure
try
out-
and invent a catapult
What is
for
this
grenades?
guy's name again? Earl. What is this guy's name again?
How about this?
Early?
Stick it on the end
Is
of
that
the
his
bow.
name?
Ehrlich.
Ehrlich.
The Law Lord is Ehrlich.
I tell him, listen, in case we don't come back in time, you heard us talk about the Skaven, right? And your daughter or your niece was supposed to be given to them as a slave or sold to them or whatever at the below the temple
Yeah.
of. Okay, can you send soldiers there and
Route out the.
I can send soldiers there, but the catacombs are vast.
Does this guy have? I know it seems kind of far, like building material here for
No,
like an engineer.
No. not an engineer. He's a politician.
I have been dying to use my ability. I have like a
Couple bags of
71 in
dry
my
food.
engineering. Okay, I've been dying to use it. There's
Do you
been
even
no
know what Skaven
opportunity.
is?
You gotta create the opportunity.
I've
I
heard
tried,
stories of
and then we
creatures.
figured out it wasn't.
There's
Luigi.
always been rumors of such mutants down in the catacombs and the lower dungeons, but the dwarves normally deal with all that.
I think we
Well,
just
the
need to
dwarves are
present,
gone.
let's go
as
down
a
there
result of the taxes.
and let's
They're not
just
gone
attack
entirely.
normally, like we always
There's
do.
certainly fewer
and
these
just
days.
break down the door.
deal
and
with it
hit
when we
him.
get there.
But no, I
Just yes.
I will wait
Yeah,
until
just go down there and just hit
I'll wait
people.
until say 10 p.m.
because that's going to happen anyway.
After
because,
that,
like, we're gonna go
I have
down
to
there,
con-
and
I have
who
to
knows what
inform
it's
the
going
graph.
to be. Well, there goes that plan.
That's about the longest I can give you. Anything
So-
beyond that, and it becomes a dereliction of duty
That's how it
myself.
always works.
If there's such
so
threat.
let's just go
So
down
we
there.
got
great
till
informer
10 o'clock
soldiers.
p.m. before he goes to the graph.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
just go down there now.
Right.
And just
He's trying to give you as much time as he can, but like I said, if the current theory is something's going to happen at midnight, at the end of the fireworks show, then he doesn't. He needs to inform the Graph of this problem as early as possible, regardless of what that means to his fate.
So the death area.
Death area?
Was over here, where the catacombs were, where they. Right.
The Temple of Moor is over here, I believe.
Is it the spot with all the graves?
No,
Great.
sorry, it's right here. Yeah, it's right
It's
here.
way up there. Okay.
Yeah, Moore's Park.
Way far away from down there. I thought maybe that we could.
I mean,
No.
there's a place over here that has a whole bunch of tombstones on the map.
Yeah, that's Moore's Park.
Okay.
That's the Temple of Moor.
So it's a little far away from where
Right.
where these guys are. So which way did you just say we're gonna go? You want to go towards the
The
catacombs
the
first?
second location.
Oh, the second location.
And break down the door and find whatever information we can.
Okay, and then track him with the axe
Yeah.
if he runs.
Take the axe with us and
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell him, if you're going to send down guardsmen down there, I would suggest bringing a soldier of a warrior priest of Shalia.
He said warrior trunk.
Okay.
Have you been in
Their
there
extensive
before,
use
William?
of poisons is the issue.
Have you been in there before?
No, but I know what Skaven are.
Their extensive use of poison?
Yes.
You know what Skaven are?
Yes, we've actively fought Skaven.
We actually
didn't
saw
know they
them.
were
The only person that actually fought Skaven was me.
I was there
killed a
way
couple.
And
But we weren't aware
they
that
didn't
it's
have
still-
any poison.
Yeah, they threw poison at us, the balls, and we were breathing it in.
And what in
Glass.
You
Okay.
wouldn't know that.
Okay.
I was there.
Poison.
No, I wasn't.
No.
You were not.
Not this character.
No.
Yeah.
The ghost of Milton whispers to me in the dark.
So
I
anyway,
don't know that. You don't know
I mean,
that.
he's going to trust the town watch knows how to deal with any such threats.
Okay.
They're going to have to get approval from the Temple of Moor to go on their grounds regardless.
Yeah.
So he will send some guys there if you have not returned. In the meantime, I guess he bids you well.
So we're doing what our typical plan is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
We go in there.
YOLO.
face tank our way through this?
Yeah, we improvise on the fly.
I'm so tired of being a tank.
We make all the hits going
Said
to the
Ben first.
soldier.
Ted, I'm the tank.
No, you're the sponge.
You're a glass cannon.
So you would
Well,
have
I
a
always seem to be the
buckler?
one in the front.
You got your armor
Sure.
on?
Because you put
Take your
yourself
round
in the
up.
front.
I've been just sitting here.
Anything common, generally speaking, they can provide.
Okay.
They're not going to make you wealthy
Nope,
and
nope.
give you like 10 swords.
Nope, just knuckle dusters and.
Give me
A bag of
Rocks.
daggers they found laying around the town.
Where do those come from?
Alrighty, well. Do we want a distraction? You want to go run around the building a whole bunch of times?
I don't think that's necessary.
Light a bag of poop on fire on their front doorstep?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Just a few seconds ago, you're like, all right, guys, and then give this whole great diabolical plan. Then you're like, what if we throw burning poop on their door? Like,
It's because all these great elaborate plans boiled down to us walking up and kicking the door open.
do you have a better solution?
You're supposed to be the witch hunter.
Would that wagon
No.
be sitting
No,
in front of that
I'm
one
not. I'm a war
dilapidated
priest.
The
Move.
upcoming witch hunter.
If we had a horse,
With effort, yeah.
if we had a horse to
I
pull
don't have
Sure.
the writ of
We
authority
could
that
have
Witch
a
Hunter
horse
would.
go in and kick the door.
Plus, the witch hunter would do the
But the
exact same
minutes.
thing. Kick down the door.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah.
We've
So-
done all the investigative shit we can. Now
you
it's
just-
time for action.
Right, you've been training
All
the
right.
whole time for this.
Let's go.
Go kill some people.
Now it's time to go Arnold on him.
Dude, should I announce this, guys?
Do this next session.
We could contact the witch hunter.
Just straight on down?
Yep.
We're here to kick your butt.
Yep.
You're a walking point.
I swear to God, if there's nobody in
Okay,
here.
so you guys are heading.
I've been.
I quit.
Yeah, if it does that, fuck
I
it,
must
we're
be
buying
really
some horses
quiet.
and we're out.
I'm just leaving.
Okay.
It's not my problem.
So you guys are heading to Ostwald. And you're going directly to the axe location? Or are you going to anywhere else in this area?
The axe location.
Okay.
wherever the axe takes us to. But
Okay. So like I said, it takes you follow the humming, or the wizard who's humming some strange tune only he can hear, up to the northwest section of Ostwald. Down a side alleyway, there's a small courtyard. Old unused fountain in the center, several houses around the side. From the address you had previously, it indicates one of the houses. There is a short flight of stairs on the side that leads down into a basement area. The house itself, all the houses here, look abandoned.
You mentioned that before, but it looked very foreboding in my mind's eye.
It did, and you were alone at the time.
Yeah, I was like, no.
You just want me to try the basement door?
Where's the axe? Is it just humming?
It's humming. At this point, you're too close. It doesn't. You know this is the location, but it's not going to get anything more specific than
I got
that.
an arrow knock.
You just
and
run as fast as you
so there's
can
two
through the entire
entrances?
complex.
There is a house. It lines up with the address you guys were given previously.
Yeah.
Okay. That building is a standalone building. It's 3 stories tall. Looks abandoned. The roof is sagging in different sections. Looks like it's been abandoned for quite some time. There's a door into it. Presumably there's a back door somewhere on it. There's a small stairwell that leads down to a lower basement level. Okay. Those appear to be the 3 entrances unless you want to climb through windows or something like that. All the windows are shuttered but don't appear to be locked or anything like that.
And we never actually checked to see how that other guy got out of the other place, correct?
Just so for my information, in this combat, if there is a combat, is there an actual map?
Unlikely.
Is there a map, or are we using our imagination?
He escaped through that basement
All right.
window access. He broke the window
Well, there's
out.
nothing here,
When
so
the
we're using
pigeons
our
were originally
imagination
flying out, he
anyways.
broke his way out of there while
Okay.
people were tending wounds.
Hmm.
We did figure that out.
Okay. Alright. I'm waiting for the tanks to go.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Ben.
Okay, Thad.
Ben and Dad, same time.
The basement access.
Okay.
Is
And
there
goes
knuckle
stairs
hunters
down to the
Stairs down to a secluded platform area where there's another door into the basement.
Okay. Where does the
this-
stairs go up? Does it like
No.
go like
On the
parallel
side of the
to
building.
to the side of the building?
So
But like, do the
knuckle
stairs
dusters, we
go
just use
up to the
brawling?
front of the thing? So
Yes.
basically, what I'm trying to figure out is we go in the front, we have eyes
That's
on
it.
2 possible entrances compared to going in the
then
back,
there
where
is
only have
one.
eyes on 1.
Yeah.
You guys.
If you
can
go
say
through the
it's
back
nice.
door, then you won't have any visibility to the front.
Yeah.
The stairs start at the front side of the building and go down, heading towards the back.
Okay.
You can't
so-
see both
yeah,
doors.
Yeah, I know we can't see
But
both
you
doors.
anybody that
but-
comes out of the stairs, you'd be able to see.
Okay.
Does that stairwell, aka path, once it hits the bottom, wrap around the back of the building?
No.
So we okay. So we
So
have
it goes down the
the
door.
front of the house, stairs,
And a door on the side.
door on the side.
Yeah.
All
Anybody
right.
want me to check for traps?
Technically,
first?
it's on the
Yes.
left-hand side of the house, but not
Okay.
that relevant.
Tell me which door to go in, and I'll just go in.
The front one.
I'm gonna work my way down the steps, checking it for traps.
Okay, so you head down
Yeah, I'll
that.
take the front door.
Inspired with my
Okay.
amazing banner.
With the sun going down, are you guys using anything for light or counting on your vision?
Do you want me to hold the torch?
My fine elven
I
vision.
don't have any.
Yeah, you're fine.
Can you hold this torch for me?
I can hold the
It's
torch.
not super dark yet, but
I
certainly
know
inside an abandoned
It'll
house
get
it
there
will be.
real
Pricing the
quick.
front
Yeah.
door.
Will
I'm
my
currently at the
negative
front door, I'm waiting
30
for them
affect my
to
perception
trigger
on
all the
stuff
traps.
too, or just my
Let
physical?
me have the torch.
Anytime you have to use your arms.
I'm staying behind Ben.
I'm torch.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
torch.
so you have a torch.
I'm with him.
You're heading down the stairs, checking for traps and such, and you're heading through the entrance.
I'll hold
I'm, I'm waiting for
The elf to
that-
call out.
Yeah, call out from there or something like that.
Ouch!
I'm gonna light a torch as well,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have my repeater pistol in the other hand.
I'm ready to break through either door, depending on what happens.
It looks a little off with his pistol right behind you.
I've never done this before.
I hope nothing surprises you when you accidentally pull the trigger.
Bang!
I hope-
No, the war priest is dead.
I hope this works.
Are you gonna go to the front door?
I don't know, which door do you guys want me to go to?
I literally just asked you if you wanted to go to the front door. Go to the front
Make a
door.
decision
Okay,
or
front
just
door. Okay.
God damn.
Okay. It's combat paralysis. He's unsure.
I will not
Bring
step up
glass
on the
in case of
patio,
that.
right? Is it just like typical, like 4 or 5 steps up to the door?
Not even that. It's just a threshold and a door.
Okay, that's fine. I was hoping we weren't standing on like some drop platform.
You guys, there's a door over here.
Anyways, give me a blind GM perception roll.
Oh shit. Wait.
You two?
Oh, oh.
Hammer's out.
Okay. Hammer time. Axe hums. Do, 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 do. Do,
I'm guessing this wouldn't be considered during combat.
Boss battle music.
It was Snickers.
Dad, I'm guessing this wouldn't be considered during combat.
No.
Okay.
We're playing this song in band called Nemesis, and it's such a good song. It sounds like boss battle music.
Okay. You work your way down the stairs to the door. Seems untrapped.
Oh my god.
Not much here other than trash and debris and so forth. There is a stout iron door at the bottom. Fairly unusual for this location. Does not have a window or anything like that. Seems to be in remarkably good condition. Currently closed.
Lock. External little.
There is a lock on it. Not a padlock or anything, but one built into the door. You push open the door. It swings open. Inside is a trashed room. The elf sneezes.
That was
The alarms go off.
The room appears to be abandoned. All the furnishings and everything left here in disrepair, broken, and so forth.
Okay.
I'm staring at a
I'm
steel
pulling my
door.
falchion and my shield.
Okay.
Just step in.
Okay. You step in. As you do so, you trip over a tiny cord, stretch over the doorway, and there's a loud crash as several boards and bricks fall down from above you.
Son of a gun.
I was waiting for a shotgun.
Loud crash of sounds and so forth.
I'm like, nope, there's a way.
Let me shoot it. Let me shoot it.
You just like fan into the door.
What movie was that? Oh, Pulp Fiction.
I've never seen Pulp
He
Fiction.
shot Marvin in the face.
Yeah, it's good. The guy comes out from a back room after it's.
What's your armor type?
I love that picture.
18.
18. Do you have a helmet on?
Yes.
It's
Oh, that would have been bad.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I think I don't know that.
You take a 6A.
Doesn't matter. These two guys have just interrogated this guy. And from out of a back room, this guy comes and goes, ah! They're like the length of this table away from him. And he just closes his eyes and unloads a revolver. And they just stand there like, well, the guy missed him. Hit nothing but the wall. And we'll look back at him, and both of them raise the gun. Just, killed the other like.
The crashing debris slams down on your left side, tears your shield off your arm. It does 12 extra hits, stuns you momentarily. Your shield's not damaged per se, you just dropped it, effectively.
Okay.
But your armor protects you from most of it.
That's
Well-
not bad for a.
Yeah, that's the reason we send you forward.
Here's my buckler.
See, if I were to go,
Okay. You hear
I'd
a
been
massive
crushed
crashing
instantly,
from
died.
inside the house.
Stupid humans.
I guess listening because he's probably out there like shit. I am going to back up the steps, facing the things, but assuming it's going to come flying open, looking for these two. Like,
Okay. Yeah, Ben's standing in the doorway covered in dust and debris, reaching down, getting a shield. Thad's standing a few minutes behind, or a few feet behind
A
him.
few minutes, he's on the other end of the city.
I'm 3 blocks away.
You said you didn't want to be in front.
Hey, you guys!
I told you I'd be at a safe distance.
You gotta go sloth on me, really?
Yeah.
I say heavy steel door. I think it might be locked, but after that noise, they're probably gonna be coming out any minute. Either they're exiting through a different exit. Should I go down there and try and pick it since nobody's come out yet?
I can go open it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll go down there with you.
Your torch
Power
power.
goes off.
Okay.
So how are we gonna?
I knock it out and start looking at the windows around us and stuff, and take
Stand
cover
there fiddling with it.
in an alley where it's dark.
Oh, hits him in the face. He's like knocked
Do
out.
you want to take a draft or just go as is? Healing drop.
Giraffe and
I don't have it.
He's using all
You
those
took.
Yeah, I've already used.
took
No, I didn't.
Rolemaster, Draft,
He did.
Utej,
I took.
Darcerian.
I gave the group.
Also,
I gave the
I
group
took 2 out of
6.
6.
So the group
Yeah,
has
that's
some.
not bad.
It's
They took
entirely up to
A
you.
third.
There you
I'm
go.
fine.
Look, I have 3. I assume.
I'm going to use my open lock spell.
Okay.
To
Oh,
unlock
yeah.
said door.
Overcast, the
Got my
door
arm.
just
There you
melts.
go.
Got my arm cocked.
Okay. Yeah, he walks up to the door, tries it. Looks like it's unlocked.
Mom.
Why didn't you check it in the first place?
Fine, I'll go
Jeez,
through. Open the door.
I'm about to take.
Okay.
You see what happens to me when I go first.
We're all abandoning
Oh.
the front door.
You head down, open up the door. Looking in is a
Still got a
piled
hole
up
in it.
basement. There's shelves and debris and leftovers all around. Dark room. Looks like it goes back quite a ways.
Hey, before you step in, you should look down and see if there's like
Fireball.
a thing on the ground or something.
Roll a ball across the floor.
Do I see a wire?
Give me a perception check. Blind DM.
A perception. Let's see. Do I have that? Sure.
Bubbles
Sure I
falls
do.
on top of the wire.
That's an 88.
Blind GMO.
Oh, gotcha. I gotta get back to that screen. 'cause I
You
found the
waited.
problem.
You saw what
I
he was
know. I
doing
told
and
him
you
ahead of
waited.
time.
That's right. He did.
He failed the perception check to roll the perception
That's
check.
right. Blind.
Would disarm be a
Rolio.
trade skill? For like a trap.
It's actually,
Probably. I think it's.
Because I have Tinker, that's why I
I
asked.
think it's slight.
So I get a
yeah.
base
I
skill.
think, yeah, I
for
think
my-
it's sleight of hand. If you can get to the mechanisms, I could see Tinker as
Okay, 'cause
viable.
I don't get negatives to my trade skills at
Right.
that point for Tinker.
Just take her with the
I have
bomb.
open lock and I have sleight of hand. I think sleight of hand is the
Yeah, sleight of hand, I think, is what you use.
Okay.
No, you
Looks clear.
required the bomb.
Hey, it looks clear. I don't think there's anything there,
Figures.
guys.
Go get 'em.
Here
Can I get a
we
bonus
are
for
again.
the torch?
Walk in.
Okay. Walk in. Other than dust, a rat scurries off in the distance. You hope there's a rat. Otherwise, it's a. Templeton runs off, chases it.
Can you abandon the front door then?
No, I'm out there.
Oh.
What were you worried about?
Just a dark basement filled with stuff. Kind of spooky looking. There's a lot of shadows all around. Completely dark, other than the torch that I believe Milton or Carlton is holding behind you.
Any other doors?
Is
You'd have to look around the place.
is there
From the
any,
doorway, you're not seeing anything.
Is there any
Okay,
footprints?
I step further in.
Okay.
Check for footprints.
Yeah, might be footprints in if it's dusty and stuff.
Give me a perception roll.
I always hated that concept.
So,
How dusty does
So I
room
kind of want to
have
get a gist. Are we splitting up into two groups?
I think
One
that
going in base floor and one going to the bottom floor?
currently, yes. Okay.
Base in the bottom.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be some recent disturbance leading across the room and left around the corner into the darkest depths of the place. You follow it back there with Carlton and the wizard, I guess.
Okay.
Or you,
I-
or you
I'm
staying
down
outside?
I'm trying to figure out who's going where. That was my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
He's
Car-
down there too.
Carlton,
Okay.
the soldier, and the priest, I guess,
I had
wander
stuck
into
guy.
the room.
My overall thing is if we're splitting up into two groups, I was going to do like most weakest or whatever, so it's like there's more balance between the groups. And
You tell me.
Okay.
Well,
if,
then-
if we're doing two
Okay,
groups,
then here's what we should do. Soldier take one group, I'll take the other group.
Okay.
As in
I
regards
thought
to
you
taking
guys were
type of
all
characters.
going the basement.
I think we should say it's one group. But if we were doing two separate groups,
I want to stay as one group.
Yeah.
Every time we split up, people freaking get the crap beat out of them.
Stay together and get the big crap
So do you
beat
not
out of
think
you.
they're gonna go out the front door then?
No.
Not to set it on fire.
I am a second group.
my
I'm
bad.
not going down to the basement.
The
just yet.
iron doors.
Okay.
Let's set it on
Okay.
As far as
fire.
we
Well,
know,
the front
we're
door
all
isn't an iron door; it's a regular wooden door, right?
Oh, sweet. Do we have fire? Oh, torches.
Yes, we have fire.
and we're
No,
giving
close
Fireboy.
So the
Literally has like.
so the engineer
rows
and the
of
elf
fire.
are staying by the front door to burn the building.
Are you staying by the door? Or are you going?
I'm not burning it. Well, we have to wait till they all get in there.
All right, hold on a second.
Hey.
Go scout the other buildings real quick and see if there's any other
I'll stay.
basements
So am I just?
with iron
That
doors.
should be easy to check.
Cast my spell
So
on
can
it.
I?
On him?
On
Elf?
him? Yep.
Okay.
So what? I'm closing the doors
He goes to
down.
walk away.
Okay.
I already walked away.
It's non-visual. It's non-visual. You guys can't see it.
You have to
It's
touch
not-
me.
I'll apply the negative to his OB as
So
necessary.
what, I close the door now so then walk away and
Got me
No
killed
save on
last
his
time.
part. It's
I
just a
know.
passive
I'll just apply the negative
I
as
don't want to be
appropriate.
underneath a burning
I
door.
100% believe he is the reason why I got slaughtered last
just
time.
the front door.
Has nothing to do with his magic.
Yeah, I mean, you slaughtered a bunch of guys.
No
in
problem.
Norway, and they just got
Yeah,
shanked.
he cast
Okay.
one spell on me. And next thing I know,
So you
he
head
was
over to check the
destroyed.
other buildings real quick. Most of them have similar architecture. They have a lower basement. All of them appear to have a decrepit wooden door, similar.
Okay.
Um,
The ones that are closest to this particular building, I want to check actually go into.
Okay, so that'll take you a few minutes. In the meantime, you and Carlton head into the place. Around the corner in the back, in the darkest, deepest section of the basement, there's an old staircase off to your side that leads up into the building. That staircase looks like it barely would hold a cup of water. Yeah, most of the planks are gone. It's fallen off on one side. Looks like it's completely unusable. Leads up to a door that leads into the first floor. The back wall in this area looks like the bricks have been broken through into some sort of a cavern complex.
Hell no.
In or out.
Oh, shucks.
Check the
There's
door. make
bricks
sure
on
there's no
both
mechanical
sides.
traps on the door
Okay, so,
to make the door
okay.
lock
I'm
behind
at the
us.
front door, though.
I walk out of the basement when I realize all
Call up
this.
to him.
Say, hey, come here, check this door out. I want to make sure this door doesn't shut and we're locked in a fucking basement afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, you start tinkering.
I'll do a trade
It's not
engineering
my
roll.
first
We'll see
trip
if I
around the
can
sun with
identify.
Sean.
Sure, I'm fine with
Is it a
that.
If we're
blind
worried
GM
about
roll?
it, just take the door off the hinges.
I do track first before I go into.
If
the
we're worried
basement.
about it. Just do that.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Blind GM roll.
You know what I mean, right? The stairwells, you can't get up the stairwell. The door shuts behind you. It's a steel door. You can't get out, and you have to go through the rats to get out. No. I've seen this movie.
You gotta remember, Dad. You have a magic pickaxe.
I have a magic something.
No. You have a magic pickaxe that can
It's not a
literally
pickaxe.
break through metal.
It's not a pickaxe.
With the hatchet.
Doesn't seem to be any unusual mechanisms on the door other than a high quality lock.
It's a
The
high
nail.
quality lock on this door.
With spring mechanisms or anything like that to make it shut on its own.
Nope. It's a high quality lock, though. We can sell it.
I'm
for
gonna
a
go
lot of
grab
money.
some wood from the decrepit stairs,
Okay.
and I'm gonna jam that door open as best I can.
Okay. The door is firmly jammed open.
All right.
Okay.
I feel better.
So, meanwhile, the elf is checking out the other buildings. They all appear to be abandoned with no signs of any activity in them.
Okay.
Okay. You approach the cave opening. It looks like it descends, and there's a musty, dirty smell mixed with that of body sweat in the tunnel.
Can I make a what would it be like not evaluate but like intuition roll to recall the knowledge or smell of what the big rat guys in the castle smell like? See if it's similar.
This smells like dock workers. People who haven't bathed in a while, rather than any sort of animal.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Should've brought a shower
It's
yet.
the Sea Man again. You gotta fight all the Sea Men. They're coming to get you.
Okay?
There's nothing of note in this beginning room.
No. Place
And
looks abandoned.
Okay.
Is
I
there
mean,
any,
if you hadn't specifically gone all the way in the back, you would have thought the place was abandoned, just like the rest of the buildings.
Okay.
is there any way to tell how deep it is?
No, it looks like it heads off into the darkness.
Oh.
It doesn't
Down
drop off.
or
No, it's a
like a
tunnel.
slope
It's like a
down?
cave tunnel that slopes down.
Okay. Just
Wait-
wasn't grease on
wait
it.
for Elf?
Slip and slide.
Wait for the elf to come back and.
Okay. After a couple
Body
minutes, he
sweat.
comes back to report that the neighboring buildings are all abandoned. No sign of activity.
We're all going together as a group.
Yep.
Super tough.
Where are we
You
going?
got-
There's nothing
You
else.
got my back
in
pistol,
here.
Into
Olio?
the darkness.
There's nothing else in this little.
I feel like
There's
It's not like going to be the
Basement.
last.
there's
No,
boxes and some
nothing
bottles
racist
and
or
things like that,
anything.
but nothing of any
but
value.
I feel like
Nothing
the
that
token
jumps
black
out.
guy in the movies that always ends up dying a horrible way.
Are you wearing a red shirt?
No. It was I guess it's still stained with my
It
blood,
is.
so,
You are wearing a red shirt.
got my back there.
Never did get changed. Alright.
Been hanging out for the day at the
31
councilman's house, just covered in blood.
8-hour shift.
I didn't even think about that. Went all the way to the courts, just like
Anyways,
looking
what did you say?
mangled.
No wonder the guards are going to arrest you.
We're the only ones with torches, so
Like,
sure.
because the only other person I truly trusted, just so you know, and I whisper this to him, the only person I've ever trusted was Milton. And he had a pistol, so I trust you. You didn't hear that? You ain't got no hearing. You're wearing a helmet.
Into the darkness we
It is
go.
like a negative 20 or some stuff.
Okay, so you guys going to head down?
Right.
Yeah.
I have my
Yeah.
torch out. and
Who's
my
gonna take
pistol
the lead?
loaded.
I had my great sword.
I will.
Yes.
Okay, so Ben takes the lead, followed by...
I'll hold
How
the
big's
torch
the
for
town?
you.
Followed by my talker.
You could comfortably go single file. You could probably squeeze and get 2 people, but it's going to be sort of tripping over each other.
I don't want to stand next to him, because I'm not.
I'm gonna stand as in the middle as I
I
can.
take a
So
look.
it's a one-way
Before
hallway?
they start wandering, I say, let me check something out.
He's saying we can
I'm a fairly
squeeze
decent
2 people.
tracker.
Okay.
Can I
You can
determine
share
how
this
many?
But you could
That's
probably.
good.
Give me a tracking roll.
So, I would ask.
And
if you
possibly,
had blocked the whole way.
The most recent, was it going
You know
into
what I
the
mean?
tunnel? I guess they already
The
determined
thing
that.
I would
is,
ask.
I
Because it doesn't have to be blind GM, does it?
it's a one-way hallway. Only one of them.
Not
can
really.
come at me.
Roll
That's what I'm saying.
track.
You should specify and make sure that that's exactly what you're thinking.
You know there's activity. With the stone, there's not a whole lot of sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the ground definitely seems well worn.
Okay.
Is
Like,
any
it's
of
been
this
used
like
quite a bit.
architectural wise, or is it all natural?
Natural cave at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna be in the middle as possible because I have the torch, and I don't want to get killed.
So is it? And if you said it's you could squeeze 2 people.
I mean,
but
it's
he
it's
could block the hallway with just
yeah.
himself.
Oh yeah.
If
He
he
could
wants to.
he could easily block it with just himself.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cave.
Yeah.
It's roughly cylindrical, but obviously it's not nearly like a
Right.
tube.
It's not a subway.
You could, with effort, walk to a side, but you're walking on uneven ground then, so it's pretty awkward.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well,
Otherwise,
if
it's single
I
file.
can
It
easily
looks
go
like
single.
it slopes down with several. I would call them stairs, but they're not carved by any means. They're natural rock formations that sort of, from the path, it looks like they've just been worn into that, and leads down fairly steeply. Okay. You head down, and after a minute or so, the tunnel, the cave, becomes much more worked, and you see actual signs of tool work on the walls that widen the tunnel out, even out the floor, and after a small landing turn into an actual set of stairs carved out of the natural stone leading down.
Does this look like dwarven quality?
I don't know, give me a crafting skill.
Engineer, does this look like dwarven quality?
Could I use my
Can I-
evaluate skill?
Sure.
In addition to your knowledge, but
Just I
Okay.
can try and evaluate.
Is it
as
a
well.
blind
I don't
GM
care.
roll?
No, I'm not worried about it. You either know or you don't.
Okay.
Have we been walking for a significant amount of time?
No.
I've got my watch.
Oh, you got your watch?
I forgot to buy.
I got a
watch.
139.
There are no watches in the Middle Ages.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah, you would suspect from the design, this appears to be dwarven architecture. Pretty old, but well crafted and well designed. Doesn't show much age, other than where the feet have worn it down somewhat.
Can you tell if any of this architecture is magic?
There's no sign of magic.
Are there any stop points where workers would have been like, okay, I'm gonna put my lantern here, or I'm gonna put my torch supplies here?
Every 15 feet or so, there is a rusty old iron hook on the wall,
Okay.
alternating sides,
Okay.
where they would have hung a lantern or stuck a torch for light, but nothing beyond that.
Okay.
So, since it widened out, is it possible to fit 2 people?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You lead downward. The walls here and there. Give me perception checks.
Okay.
Blind or you?
No.
No.
I have my senses.
You have your senses?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
It's your spidey sense.
Nice.
Jesus, I'm rolling bad.
So you got 9-0.
Oh.
121.
I got an 11, so
I got a 96.
139.
71.
Okay. So Erdem and Trotsky, in the dim light from the torches, heavily shadowed because of the rest of the group and everything.
Trotsky.
I was like,
I got a
fuck,
96.
It says Trotsky.
But you get a 96 total.
Oh. Okay.
Erdem
yeah,
and-
sorry.
Erdem and
probably
Erdem.
bad.
I got 139.
Yeah, Erdem.
He got a 139.
Erdem and
Yeah.
Erdem.
So just Erdem. Here and there in the stonework on the side, you notice as the light passes over in the shadows, there are little specks of a bluish glow. Not magical, looks like some sort of naturally occurring material.
Okay.
Just part of the stone. Okay.
I'll point that out to the group.
Okay.
Touch it.
Pretty.
Lick it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright, touch it. You touch it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I've had no problem touching mushrooms in the past.
Is it a mushroom or a?
No,
a rock?
it's just a little speck, like a piece of glitter
Huh,
on the
okay.
wall.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But when the
Some
light's
mineral-
not on it, it sort of glows on its own.
That's good to
It's
know.
a mineral
That's good to
deposit
know.
or something.
In the door.
Yeah.
It's sulfur.
So is this a hooded lantern? Whoever has the light.
We have
Torches.
I have a
torches.
torch and he has a
They are
torch.
non-hooded torches.
I'm gonna pull my goblin lantern out, and I'm gonna light it. And I'm
Okay.
gonna have my axe in one hand,
Okay, no shield?
lantern in the other. I got my buckler on.
Okay.
He's just waiting till we get to the
Oh, yeah,
part
that's
so he
okay.
can go and
You've
that'll
been
be
waiting
for
for
next
so
time.
long to actually pull
Yeah, that's
this thing
exactly
out.
what's gonna happen.
I know.
Okay, so
You figured that out an hour ago.
So the stairs lead down, and then you can see up ahead it reaches a landing that opens out to your right and to your left. Seems to be approaching some sort of a chamber.
I immediately advance ahead of the group, scouting.
We have to go to the right.
Okay, so Elf has you pause here while he moves down, and it looks like you enter a room where the stairs lead down. To your right, you see a passageway heading off. To your left, you see another passageway, both heading off roughly at a 45-degree angle from the stairs.
Okay.
And then the room doubles back on itself around the stairs, and in the distance you can hear voices.
You can't discern which.
Yeah, they're too far away and muffled, given the architecture and everything.
Okay.
And we're going to stop here for tonight because we are at 10 o'clock, and then assume the exploration after that point.
So the question